welcome to episode 26.
Start?
What the fuck?
That was his little point thing.
Oh, fucking way to
silent signal, dude.
Yeah, but you're supposed to count down. Like you do the 5,
Yeah,
4, then you go
3.
yeah, and then you do it.
We gotta be real radio professionals.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Alright, well, I guess we fucked it up already. But that's okay.
That's fine, dude.
Alright, so this is episode 26 of 3 Stuffed Guys.
Mm-hmm.
3 Stuffed Guys plus 1 today.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
4 stuffed men.
4 stuffed men.
Did I just upgrade all you guys to men with my
you
presence?
did.
Okay, okay.
Your mustache has got us all.
Yeah, my Nexus stash is...
Elevated us.
So we have James with us today.
Hello.
Special guest star James Croan.
Oh, thank you.
Last names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeff.
Sorry.
Come on.
I didn't know what people want.
His wife gets upset with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Privacy thing? You don't want the Jeffrey
Yeah,
Campbell?
even
Your name's not even, like...
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, well, she doesn't worry so much about me. She worries about me
Jeffrey
saying her
Dahmer.
name or my
Oh, okay. I was like, Jeff Campbell.
So then I'm just like Leanne Campbell and London Jensen.
Exactly. Drop it.
Wait, what's his middle name?
London Jensen, that's his name.
Oh, there's a London Jeffrey, and I was like, he's
London Jensen sounds like a really great sci-fi star name.
Because it sounds like the Jetsons.
London
Or
Jensen.
like Dolph Lundgren.
That's what my dad said.
You're right. Dolph Lundgren is a sci-fi name. You're correct.
It is awesome. Okay, so... Alright, so I am Jeff Campbell. This is...
Oh, me? Matt Rudy? I thought you pointed to Blake.
These silent
I was
motions are
pointing
going
either
well.
one, so...
And the sexy brother, Blake Rudy. What's going on, ladies? Snap off. He ruins every fucking time.
He does.
He's
Every
an
single
asshole.
time. Yeah, every fucking time.
It's like he senses something important's going on.
Yeah, he knows.
He's okay now.
Okay, so... I don't know. That's my intro, so...
Alright, we're out, guys.
I'll let you guys take it over from now.
Matt, what happened today?
Took a shower. And we had some
A
shitty
long
food.
shower, too, because
Yeah.
you were in the shower when I got here.
I think every shower that Matt takes is probably a long
And
shower
it
by
took
most
a long
standards.
time.
What are you doing in there?
Oh, just...
Huh?
If it takes you that long, there's
Then it's
something
still
wrong.
a problem. How long were we talking? I wasn't here. What were we saying, like 30?
It's,
30
yeah,
minutes.
it's like at least 30 minutes from... And he was already in the shower when I got here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you couldn't even put like a definite timeline.
No, I
just
couldn't.
like 30 minutes from your
Is that you
arrival.
knocking on my door?
That was me,
That
but
was
Okay,
him, and
yeah,
that
there's something.
well after I got here.
because I woke up late. Like I woke up pretty much when
Yes.
you pounded on the door to get in.
Yeah.
How early did you get here?
Like to noon.
Like you're right before 12.
Yeah,
Goodness.
and like I was
Guys,
still
this is the
asleep.
weekend. Like, I know you can't have liked waking up that early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, I wake up at like 3 p.m.
Exactly. That's why when I woke up at 2:30 and you were like,
Days, like
I saw a 12 p.m. message, I was like, what the fuck? Like, you guys are going to start this early on a Sunday?
well, I told you we were going to start at noon.
I know, but I was hoping that was you being
I know,
idealistic
but
and like
I
it was
thought
going
it
to get
was
pushed back.
No, it's
I guess.
a definite. That's a fucking
You
set
say
in
it's a
stone.
definite, but it's now like, what, 4 o'clock? No.
Because of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would have started at noon.
Well, apparently with Matt Shower, you couldn't start at noon anyways.
That's true.
So.
What?
You shower ruined everything.
Dude, it takes me...
Was that the cat?
That's the steak and lube not settling well.
That is Quaker Steak and Lube. baby.
That's what you were hearing in my gut.
Where did you guys go to lunch?
Quaker
Quaker
steak and
Steak and
lube.
Lube.
That's not a real
That
place.
is a real place.
Where?
121 in Parkwood.
What is it?
Right next to the Container Store.
No, but I mean, like, I can't even. What do they serve? Like, is it?
Wings.
They have a
Oh, just
varied
wings.
menu
With only 2 soups.
with 2 soups. Which is,
And one wasn't even a soup, it was a chili!
no. So it's really just potato soup.
Potato soup, that
That's
is
really your only soup choice.
Okay. I don't know if I'd go to Steak and Lube place for soup, but
Well, I just figured, you know.
I don't understand the lube part. What is that? How does
It's a
that
car
come?
theme.
It's a car themed.
Oh, okay.
Like a, yeah.
Kind of like, well, I don't know if you know, this was like that old restaurant on Preston, like a couple years back. You know what I'm talking about? That had like a big Chevy outside.
Oh fuck yeah!
I don't remember the name of it.
It was remember Bahama Breeze.
Cruisers or something like that?
Yeah,
Oh,
Cruisers.
Cruisers, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I told you, every themed restaurant, like, fucking tanks.
Well, Cruisers was also in that like doomed place on 120 or on like Preston 121 where that new China thing is that they had like 5 restaurants within
Yeah.
the course of 2 years.
Yeah, but somehow that Chinese, the wall
And that
buffet
place
thing
sucks.
is still there, and that place sucks.
Because they they destroyed the building,
Yeah, they
and along with it, all the ghosts.
Yeah, all the spirits that were causing people to throw up all that food poisoning.
It took them like 2 years to build that fucking.
I know.
Great
It's
Wall.
ridiculous.
Jeff, let's be realistic here. It took them about 2 years to build the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, I know. That's what
So
I'm
with
saying.
keeping
It's
with
a
the
historical theme.
yeah.
Yeah, but they should have miniaturized it a little bit and made it, you know.
Well, they did. They miniaturized it and modernized it, and that they put Mexicans in there and made them build it. So
Wait, how many restaurants
Rather
were there
than
before?
the Mongolians.
Well, they're also
a ton. Like
Because there was like
Mexicans built it, and they're
Bahama
also
Breeze,
cooking
there's the
food,
cruises.
so.
Wasn't there a Red Lobsters in there?
no, Red Lobster's
Red
still
Lobster's
there.
Okay,
still
Red
there.
Lobster's still there. Okay.
Red
I can't even
Lobster will
remember
never.
all of the like
I
cyclone
thought
restaurants.
I thought it was just Bahama Breeze and cruisers. And then,
I want to say there was at
and
least
then
like one or
just
two other.
I
like,
think there was one right before Bahama Breeze.
Yeah,
Really? I thought Bahama
No,
Breeze was
Bahama
the
Breeze
original.
was the original, and then it was Cruisers.
there was something after Cruisers.
There was something right after Cruisers,
and I think
then
that
it
was the
became-
like boom. Like it's done for a
Yeah.
while, and then they.
Yeah, and it was they all kept the same architecture, the same
Yeah, yeah.
building until
So it
the
was like
Great Wall
it was really
busted
kind
it
of
down.
depressing. Like going into the same place, and you're just like,
Yeah, it
oh,
was.
this is the shitty place or stuff you put up.
It was like Down Under's now the fucking. It's just called the pub,
Yeah, it's just called the pub.
but it's the same owners and
same
everything.
owners and everything.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like I thought it was like a brand new. Like they
Yeah,
tanked
that's what a
whatever.
lot of people thought. I'm like, nope, same owners.
Same owners, same food, all the same food, just different names.
Just different name.
Nice.
They changed it from like the
That's-
Aussie, the Australian theme, to just English.
Oh, because
Instead of, like,
that's
the
what
Oz
it was
Clubs.
originally?
Yeah, instead of the Oz Club sandwich, which the club sandwich is invented in England, instead of the Oz Club sandwich, it's now just called the club sandwich.
But I don't even understand. Like,
Fucking.
I hate the idea that they had a club sandwich and just called it the Oz Club without doing anything with it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
they really
it's
didn't.
just lazy and depressing to me.
It was super like it was just a classic.
Just
ham
like, oh,
turkey bacon
we have a
roll.
club.
That's
but-
exactly how I felt about my steak today. Just lazy and depressing.
I'm not sure if that was really a steak, dude.
Man, I
I don't
think
know
you were
what
eating
the
Hubba
hell
Bubba. That had been
Dude,
cooked
it really
twice.
was.
on both
It was
sides.
so nasty.
Wait, so Matt ordered steak. What did you order?
We all ordered steak.
Okay, so this
It
was
was
a
the
nice
same
steak.
But all
lunch.
three of them, even though they were supposed to be cooked the same,
Different.
were all cooked differently.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this was obviously
'Cause-
terrible. How about you, Jeff?
Mine was okay. It was not quite
It was-
medium rare.
what'd you
which is
order?
alright.
No, yours was like medium well.
I like how Matt's telling Jeff how his steak was. Jeff
No,
ate the
because
steak,
we
I'm
saw
pretty
it.
sure.
Like, I
Yeah,
saw it.
it was like, okay, on the outside, it was medium well, for
Yeah.
sure. And in the middle, it was kind of medium.
This sounds like kind of a shitty steak.
But I
so
wanted
far.
medium rare
all
the whole way
all.
through.
See, and then like you asked for medium rare. Yours was like
Mine
pretty
was
much
pretty
on par.
medium rare, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And then-
mine was sweaty.
What does that mean? Like,
And
It
then
means
mine,
that like the beef had like created a puddle of like beef underneath it, like of
of actual beef, or are you just talking about broth, like beef juice?
Like- it's like the beef like secreted off of it, and like they're like little beef like puddles, like not just the
I don't
juice,
even know what that
actual
is.
Okay, so you're not
physical
just talking
like
like the
it
juicy
was,
steak,
it's
right?
as if they put like beef in a blender, liquefied it, and then kind of poured it around my steak.
There's like a beef puree all around
Yeah.
your steak.
Which no, I'm pretty sure they did. I heard a blender go off. I'm pretty sure they did that to my steak.
and then mine was
Mine was tiny
mine was
too.
I asked mine for
What-
medium
So what
rare.
kind of cut was it? Like, what did?
It was a
It was a
sirloin.
sirloin.
Okay, so not very good. You guys didn't
it's
like.
not great,
Yeah.
but they only had sirloin or ribeye. That was it.
And the ribeye was like what?
Too expensive? Is that why you?
No, it was
said
like a
ribeye?
fucking
No, it was a
pound.
pound
Oh.
ribeye.
I was like, I'm not gonna eat
We were just
that.
like, no, that's not gonna happen.
So what was
The
that?
other-
That's 16
yeah.
ounce, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
16.
yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
that
and
shit,
the
dude.
sirloins were 8 ounce, so they were like a half pound.
That's what I was like. I could maybe eat a 12 ounce, but like 16 ounce, fuck man.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so did they just have steak? Is that why you guys all ordered steak? Because this
No,
doesn't
they had
sound like a
other
very
stuff.
like.
They had like hamburgers and
They had a ton of
wraps
stuff,
and
dude. They had
I'm sorry, they
bowls
did.
and
they had
shit.
steaks. They had steak burgers.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm starting to sense this
I'm
sarcasm.
kinda
of the text.
glad I
yeah,
did
they had
get
like
the
onion
steak
rings
burger.
and stuff. It was pretty. It was,
So it's just like generic Americano with steaks.
think of the
pretty
Cheesecake
much.
Factory's menu. Okay.
I've never actually been to the Cheesecake Factory.
Well, their menu's basically like.
I've avoided it luckily like all my life.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
No,
It's not
it's
bad, it's
expensive
just like-
and it's a lot of
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, their menu is
I
like
just feel
10
like it's like
pages.
Yeah, their menu's a booklet. It's an actual like book.
It's
I
a
just feel like
book.
the Cheesecake Factory for me, some reason, just kind of like symbolizes overindulgence and just like fat Americans. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. duh.
It's got cheesecake.
Any restaurant
I
that
like
has
cheesecake, but
any restaurant that has a table of contents in their menu
And a glossary at the
and a
end.
an index, a bibliography.
And footnotes.
It does have footnotes. You're not kidding about that.
Is there like a map too, like a fucking atlas
Yeah.
of like the
There's a fold-out poster.
an
Oh my
atlas
god,
of
this is the best.
the kitchen layout. Okay.
Best fucking menu. You can buy their menus at the gift store. Great.
Well, man, Rudy getting
Yeah,
wild.
people yelling downstairs. It's nice.
Oh man.
So I mean, I haven't. It's been a while since I've come. Do you have any interesting Paco stories that I should be caught up on?
No, my dad's pretty much keeping him in check.
Just on my leash.
Yeah.
He's just like been in his room like now.
Yeah.
He like sits in the corner and reads a book. I feel bad for him.
His door's like open a little bit. He has a lamp light on. So like, it's like candlelight, and then he sits in like a little wooden chair in the corner.
In the corner.
Is it a rocking chair?
It's like right in between
like
a
a fucking
dresser and his closet. And he just sits there.
He does. He sits in like in a wooden chair and just reads his book by candlelight. It's just a fucking
Like all
creepiest
day.
thing. All day.
Does he like turn the lights out so that the candlelight is needed during the day?
Yeah. He basically does it because like the lights are off, so like if my dad just like peeks around the corner to like look into his room, the door's open but lights are off, my dad assumes that like
He's sleeping?
well no, that he went out somewhere.
Oh.
But meanwhile he's sitting in the little corner hiding, reading his book. He just does it to avoid dad.
Yeah, I know. Don't
I
we
still-
all? Don't we all?
That's why I was like, it's just his room.
We've all been
games.
relegated
Yeah.
to our own rooms. Like we don't ever come out.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. It's a sick household we live in.
I know. I see the comedy behind it though, but poor Paco, his brain's not working, so he doesn't see it.
Yeah.
He can't laugh. He's just crying inside.
So, do you guys podcast every episode in this room?
Yeah.
How much does it bother you that creepy thing is staring at you the entire time?
A lot.
A lot? Okay.
Yeah,
There was a little bit of time where it was gone.
Oh,
That was the
yeah.
happiest podcast that I ever did.
Well, it was
And I remarked when I saw it again.
You did.
I did, because it freaked me out. Because all of a sudden I got used to it not being there, and I look up and
It's still just
staring
staring.
straight at me.
it was off for restoration. It came back.
Do some
They-
push-ups.
they-
They did a great job.
Found the same lady who did that Jesus painting.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh, yeah, so I haven't finished it. Probably never will.
What?
Oh, you're talking about the fucking Spanish lady that did the
Oh wait, what?
remember the Spanish lady
Lady
that touched
that-
up the Jesus
the
painting?
Jesus
Oh
painting?
yeah.
Made it into a monkey. Or made him into a monkey.
Yeah.
Oh man. But hey, it's bringing a lot of publicity. A lot of people are going to that church now.
Tourism.
Well, the worth of the painting went up.
Huh?
The worth of the painting went up.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's more people are going. Like, hey, you got more people attending your church. Well, that's always a good
Just paint a
thing.
monkey and everything then.
Honestly, paint a monkey Jesus everywhere.
See,
That's how
controversial
you're
art
short
is
for.
always the best.
Yeah.
I would do a painting with Jesus getting like ass fucked by like Mary Magdalene with a strap on dildo.
Okay, this went really dark really quickly.
I'm just saying.
Well, that's mad.
I think that was
I'm pretty sure that church would get burned down like the next day.
I don't think anybody would burn a church down.
I'm pretty sure there's some people
Even if you
that
had
do.
Mary Magdalene fucking Jesus.
Oh,
it's
only
kind
if it's
of,
a black church.
yeah. Well,
That's the only ones that get burned.
Because those aren't real churches, Jeff. The house
Jeff,
of
if you, ain't,
Satan.
if you ain't burning those churches down, you ain't doing your job as a human being.
Well, yeah.
So that's why they're always dancing. They're getting ready for the flames. They're like tiptoeing, like hot, 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 hot. I don't know.
I think Matt was trying to suggest
Oh my
that
God.
black people are so lively in church because they're anticipating it being burned down at any moment
Of
with them
course.
inside it because
Yeah.
that happens so much.
It does happen.
Yeah. So they're just
Never,
yeah,
but
trying to be agile. They can get out. Yeah.
But I think it was the part where Matt said tap 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 tap. That's the part that threw me off.
that's why I was like, "What? Are they walking over the hot coals outside, or what?"
I was saying like hot, hot, hot.
When you started saying tat tat tat, I immediately thought of like an old African tribe with the hot coals. I thought the scene from Ace Ventura is what I thought.
Yes.
Like,
My
That's
jokes
what I
are
was like.
complex and
yeah, like the one you told on Facebook.
So complex that they don't make sense.
like I told Stephanie she had drooping eyebrows.
Yeah, and everybody's kind of like, okay.
What does that even mean? Like,
See, no one gets it. It's so complex. It's got so much meaning on different levels.
I know. I just so many layers.
Like, just give me one meaning from one of the levels.
like I feel like there's a lot of stuff you can insult Stephanie about if you were trying to be mean, but like drooping eyebrows is pretty low bar, man.
I know, but I didn't want to be too mean because I mean, there's.
But
could
it's not even
easily-
like it was
I
still
was
mean
like,
because you
hold it,
insulted her. You just did it inefficiently.
I insulted her steak, and then she insulted me
Okay, well,
personally.
so I agree with you.
So
that
then it
was
got
provoked.
personal, and I'm
I
like,
agree with
okay, but I'm like, I'm not going to take it to a level where it doesn't need to go. You know,
But
I could've.
instead of okay, but you just said something that was nonsense instead. Like, is that your way? Is that your way of diffusing the situation, Matt? Just to say nonsense? And
No, it's just kind of my way of saying, like, I don't really care, like, what you have to say. Because, like, if you look at all my, like, comments, they have, like, they have a smiley face at the end of it, because I'm like,
because you just discovered emoticons?
Yeah. So I'm just like, I'm going to put a smiley face after everything, because it's just kind of like, I'm laughing, or, like, I just don't care, like, I'm indifferent.
Or it's almost like it means, like, you're smiling.
Yeah.
It's like a smiley face means that you're smiling.
Yeah, because I'm smiling.
Oh, God.
Because I'm laughing. And you smile when you laugh.
But no, like, have you ever
That's
seen,
gotta
like,
be the
have you ever
worst,
seen,
could
like,
you-
really, like, heavy set, like, ugly fucking people, and they got, like, these, like, eyebrows, or, like, they kind of, like,
Well,
they're,
I
like,
mean-
so protruded out, but then they, like, droop
Like, is she
because, like,
still
the
dating
fat,
Dumb
like,
Kevin?
has nowhere else to
Yeah.
go.
Go for Dumb Kevin. Like, that's some, like, comedy gold right there. Why did you go with the drooping eyebrows? I just feel like it was
Well,
not
see,
a
no,
good
next time I'm just gonna play Stephanie. I'm like, why are you judging my life when you're over here, like, cheating on Kevin and shit?
I gotta bleep that out in case Kevin listens to it.
Hey,
Kevin! Dumb Kevin does not listen to this
Well,
podcast.
you know what? Just bleep out the name Kevin.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that. I'll just bleep out names.
No, just Kevin.
We should send it to him.
Something, though,
We
when
should
you
send
talk
it to him.
What?
I was gonna say something, I forgot. It had to do with the emoticons. Oh, no, I was gonna say, wouldn't that be the worst, though, if... Because, like, you said that, like, when you're laughing, you're smiling. I'm like, wouldn't that be terrible, though, if, like, every time you told a joke, there was a person who just, like, smiled at them? Like, no one... Like, he didn't even laugh. He just
He
smiled.
smiled like, I appreciate that.
He said... I can't even do it.
I can't do it without
He just
laughing.
laid his head down and just went... Just smiled at you. Fuck.
You're getting creepy.
I like how Matt says we're getting creepy.
But funny at the
He's over
same
here
time.
stroking his dick.
I love seeing all by himself.
Alright, so we had Quaker Steak and Lube.
And it sounds like it was a... Is that the first time you guys have gone?
Yes.
Okay,
It just,
is
it
it gonna
just
be-
opened.
Is it going to be the last time? Can I just...
Well, no,
yes.
because here's... No, hold on now.
Okay.
Stop.
Don't put your
Stop
finger
right
at
there.
me.
Stop right
Don't put your
there.
finger at me.
Shut up. Because they did do something that I actually enjoyed. They gave us what? They gave us wing wags?
What are wing wags?
Wing wags are...
Okay, that's a real name, right? You're not fucking with me.
I'm not
Wing
fucking
wags.
you at
We're
all.
not
I've got one in the.
James, I would
My
never
name
fuck
would
you.
be-
Did they take a wing and wag it at you?
We would never fuck
I
you
hope-
after your brother just fucked you. That's disgusting.
The text message I got from you, I read it to them. It was
Oh, yeah.
like, you're like, oh, sorry, my brother kept me up all night. I was like, oh, God, I'm so gross.
We've been cleaning the cum out of his asshole.
Oh my god, man.
God damn. No, okay, but moist towelettes,
Uh-huh.
they come in a little package, and it's a Quaker Steak and Lube, like, branded thing.
Uh-huh.
And it says wing, like wings,
Yeah.
wing, wag. Like, not rag.
Wag, like
Wag.
it's like a small child saying it.
Yeah, a wing wag.
Or like Yosemite Sam. Or what?
Saying it.
There's so many names I gotta bleep out in this episode.
Theodore.
The kid that used to live on our street when we lived in
Yeah,
Florida.
Do you think Theodore's still listening to this?
I believe he
I
is
believe he
listening
is,
to this.
yeah.
Is he like a creepy kid that lived in your street? Why would he be
His
listening
whole
to this?
family was creepy.
Did everyone you used to live by in Plano creepy? And
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
dude who like across the way?
Oh yeah, he was extra creepy.
Is the fact that they were extreme Christians like any correlation to that creepiness? Because
Yeah, they were all super religious, and they were all either like...
Oh, we're talking like
they-
borderline cult, like just
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
yeah.
Like
they
cult, like-
either they like tried to kill the family, like the one guy did, and he was arrested,
Yeah.
or the father would beat the wife and kids, like
Which he
Theodore, which he did. He fucking shattered his arm, smashing his son in the head. Over a game of Tekken Tag tournament.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
Tekken's pretty serious. I mean,
did he actually like punch his kid, or did he like punch
No.
a wall?
David got a concussion, and he shattered his arm in the same day. Put two and two together, Matt.
Well, I think.
well, here's the thing. I'm trying to
something-
think like how
because
hard
I
would you
think-
have to hit someone to shatter your own?
No,
arm? Like-
because remember somebody said like
I
the
don't know how brittle your bones are.
Because remember he said,
I
oh,
feel
like,
like
the
if you-
TV fell or something.
yeah, I feel like
And
Okay,
I'm
then he
like-
smashed the wall.
That's what I'd
And then
imagine.
fucking tipped the TV over on his son's head.
No, I'd imagine he did cause the son head injury, but that the arm came from something else. Like that was the TV
Right.
or something.
But it was
Because
all in the
I'm
same,
thinking if
like,
you hit someone
instance.
with your arm hard enough to hit like
You
shatter
killed-
your
you
arm,
killed
they would
somebody.
be done.
Like
Like
his excuse for how his arm shattered was that he was playing soccer and the soccer ball hit his arm.
Okay, that also is like complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if Pele kicked that fucking ball. Like, it's not gonna shatter your arm.
Don't know who that is, but yeah.
It's just some soccer star.
Okay, well, don't do that on this podcast.
Some football star.
We don't talk about sports on here.
Okay, what
Or
about
music.
or if you did that kick that Jimmy does in Case Closed, where he like jumps up and boom with his like superpowered shoes?
Sure.
So last when you said Jimmy, like I should know this person, and then you like case
No,
closed
Blake gets
and
the
whatnot.
reference.
I get the reference.
Yeah. Which yeah, I've also been keeping up on Detective Conan.
All right, so we are on wing wags or whatever.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they give you
wing
like custom branded towelettes,
Custom branded towelettes.
which is never a good idea.
And
Wing
instead
wags for desaucification.
desaucification, that's what it says on it.
How big are these fucking packets that they fit all of this on there?
Pretty big.
Pretty big.
Pretty big. Okay. Oh,
Pretty
okay.
big.
Yeah.
They're the size of a small,
I'm thinking
like a
like
Sony
these,
CD
like-
player.
They're like actually like,
Pretty huge. Okay.
pretty big.
It's the size of a CD player.
Yeah.
Like a
If
portable
anybody
CD.
who's listening to this knows what a CD is.
No, people know what a CD player is.
Oh, yeah. A custom CD player?
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw anyone?
I have a custom CD player.
You're talking about just like you put on your hip and like headphones on, like
Right,
it only has one
I
CD.
use the
like,
belt clip and I flip
Yeah,
it to the side
up
of
to
my...
the belt
Yeah.
and you run out with
Duh.
Shoot,
I go jogging.
I go jogging.
I'm still
Well, most of the
rocking
time I
that
can't hear the song
mini
'cause it's
disc
skipping,
player.
but yeah.
Hell yeah,
Fucking mini disc, dude.
dude.
Well, I
that
mean,
shit,
you know,
that shit just
when you
went
get
out.
sick
They
of hearing-
just stopped making them. Like
when you
a
get sick of
couple
holding
months
that boombox on your shoulder, you gotta get to the CD player.
You can't run with a boombox on your shoulder. You gotta get that.
You
gotta
can
get
if
that
you train
forward.
enough.
Yeah, you can.
Jeff, when you're just starting out working out,
Okay,
I'm not talking when you're Raphael and you're making mad games
Mad
25/7. I'm talking
Sure.
when you're like
25/7.
when you're starting out and like you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You can't be carrying
Like
around
all the
big
people
old-
that Raphael takes pictures of at the gym
Sure,
and talks
yeah.
about.
You can't be carrying around sound boom on your
No.
on your
You'll have to actually have singles.
Is that his name?
Sound-
Use those.
Soundwave. Is that his name?
Yeah,
Soundwave,
the
right?
Transformer.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
You can't be carrying around Soundwave and Starscream on the other shoulder, going jogging. That ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Which one turns into the CD player, the tape player? I don't know.
I've not seen the original
Is it
Transformers.
Soundbox? Is that his name?
Is it sound? Yes.
Soundbox.
Boombox, soundbox.
Yeah,
That sounds right.
I don't have
Boom
any
sound?
idea. I don't remember.
Sound
Boom
boom?
sound.
One of those two.
It sounds something.
Yeah. I think sound boom is the transmitter for...
Speaking of, are you
Yeah.
excited for Michael Bay to read? What is he? Doing next?
Rewrite his own fucking.
to reinvent his own
He is-
Transformers?
Yeah, that's what I was like. He's doing Transformers.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I almost got like nervous that wasn't true when I was going to say it because I was like, no, that's such a stupid idea that he wouldn't do it. But no.
No, he's
So is it like a reboot or a sequel?
It's a
a
sequel,
whole-
but it's like...
But a reboot at the same time.
But yeah, like new characters and everything.
Yeah, and they got Marky Mark.
Okay, that I'm on board with, but
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah. Well, after seeing Ted, I kind of like Marky Mark.
After seeing the other guys, I really like Marky
yeah,
Mark.
like all
and
his
then
comedy,
Ted was like further, like, yeah, all his
all
comedy
his
stuff.
comedies are like really good. I'm
Yeah,
like,
after seeing
dude,
The Happening, I fell in love with him.
Fuck you.
No, I did.
Yeah.
Him and Zoe Deschanel did their chemistry was like this. It was like two women scissoring. It was beautiful.
I was glad you explained that because the hand motion is great for a podcast.
dude, I did like
Well, they can hear-
I
they
did
can
like
hear
Shooter.
the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
I can hear that.
once again, you can't see it with their cameras ever.
Yeah.
I did like Shooter. The movie's like that sniper.
Why do you guys bum sad about Mark Wahlberg again? Like we're having
Yeah,
such a like
exactly.
positive Mark Wahlberg.
I really
moment.
love Max Payne.
Yeah.
Jeff, you took it too far, man. I actually like Max Payne 3.
I should have just named a
The
movie.
game?
It wasn't even.
I haven't played it
in.
yet. That's
Oh,
what I
That's
realized.
true.
There's no whatchamacallit? Dark
It's not like-
there's no supernatural stuff.
Oh yeah, it's not like LA, not LA noir, but detective noir. Like
Yeah, no, it's
it's not like that. Yeah.
Uh-uh.
It's more just like Man on Fire. That's what I got from like everything was just like
yeah, it's just him like, and he's in Brazil, and he's just like, fuck it, I'm shooting,
yeah. Well,
killing
isn't
everything.
what's his face in the South American country in Man on Fire?
It's in Mexico.
Mexico. Okay, I knew it was like somewhere in
That's South America.
Yes, close enough. Central
I don't
America.
want that to be part of our America. Like, well, yeah. Yeah, why isn't Mexico part of South America?
What is Central America? Because I feel like
Central America is
people
like-
say it, but like, what is?
So like, you know when you're taking a shit, because this is the way. Okay, this is the way I can explain it. Mexico is the asshole, okay? And then
and then there's just like
Like South America is the big part that's
like Brazil's
South
the
America-
hump of
it's
it.
hanging.
well,
it's
South America
hanging
is what's
by-
already in the bowl.
Yeah.
It's the
Right.
shit in the bowl. Central America is that little dingleberry stuck to the
That's hanging.
the
connecting
anus
it.
that is Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Central.
So like Guatemala, all those countries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Guatemala is South America.
It's
Well,
It's just
Central America.
Oh, it is Central
I think,
America? Okay.
Honduras and all that
El
stuff.
Salvador.
Puerto Rico is a little speck that like flew off into the side of the bowl.
Well, Puerto Rico wants to be the first 51st city. You said
Yeah.
that, right?
Well, that ain't
That's
gonna
all
happen.
that-
Not on my watch.
No.
I will make sure of that.
Don't worry, we got enough white people in Congress where that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I don't care if our president is Cuban. It ain't happening. Or Hawaiian? What is he? People blame him of being Cuban, and then other people say he's Hawaiian.
He is from
He's
Hawaii.
Cuban.
No, people have said he was Cuban.
I've never heard a single
I
person say
promise you that was a thing for
Jeff,
like
they're
a
not
fucking
people. They're called the
minute.
Tea Party. Not people.
I swear to God, there were idiots who were like, he's Cuban, and then they're like, no, he's Hawaiian. They're like, well, he's still not a U.S. citizen. And I was like, oh God, like, my brain, our country's doomed. By that same logic, Sarah Palin's not a U.S. citizen either, so she wouldn't have been elected. So
Right.
we're good.
Thankfully, she wasn't elected.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And will never be.
That's the only reason I think McCain lost. Otherwise, I think he would have won if he hadn't chosen Palin.
Yeah, probably, actually, if he had chosen like
Yeah,
a reasonable...
possibly.
Wow.
They're
I
not
made
white
the
people.
first reasonable comment ever. in my
Well, 'cause, I
life.
mean, it was so close that, like, and Palin was such a, like, polarizing, negative thing, so that, like, given how close it was, it's almost hard to say that he wouldn't have.
Oddly
Palin-
enough, though, there were a
Palin-
lot of people that wanted her in office.
Who?
I knew one person personally. I was just like, go fucking kill yourself.
Who?
Jamie's mom.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Oh.
Jamie at first, because that was my first guess for some reason. Just
Well,
like,
yeah, but she's like.
Well,
That's
Jamie's
like
mom
the
was another
typical.
one.
That is the typical person that would vote for Palin, though.
And
That
that's just like typical
stuck up-
American woman.
That like stuck
That
up
stuck
bitch,
up,
that
bitchy
thinks,
little.
like,
Yep. That's
like,
every
it's
woman,
all
right?
about
yeah,
herself
yeah.
and shit.
And Blake dated for 3 years. So,
Dated her mom for 3 years.
yeah. Well, Jamie's kids are her mom.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
That's true.
It's a reincarnation of her.
And then she came back.
Oh my god!
Did she actually come back?
Hmm?
When?
This is like,
What, like a
it's
week
like
or two ago?
female Jesus story.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
She
And,
was
like,
the
what happened?
reincarnation of her mother.
Messaged me and was like, hey, want to hang out? And I was like, nope. I was like, no thanks, you do your thing.
And then she died a little bit when she went to New
And then
York.
she
but then
flipped out
was
and she
resurrected when
complained
she
to
came back to
Oh,
Plano.
really? I like how she goes to... Well, I mean, like, it totally makes sense to me why she went to Raphael, because, like, they talked even after you guys broke up, but it's just like, wow.
Oh, you mean because Raphael,
Why did Raphael-
Like, Raphael's like on like the borders of like being
Raphael
our
just-
friend and like being
He's
like,
devil's advocate. He plays both
Yeah.
sides.
That's why I was like, Raphael just, I feel like, doesn't really have, like, any, like, that many close friends, and just, like...
besides
Dude, man, there's so many bleeps that are going to be in this episode. It's like, practically going to
It's
be
practically
endless
the
level.
episode.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes it better, though. This would be the mysterious, like, what are we talking about the entire episode?
who are
Yeah.
these people?
Yeah.
Yep. She, like, bitched at
Speaking
him, and she was like,
Yeah.
but his loss.
Y'all
ghetto about it.
Y'all
Yeah.
ghetto, like, mm-mm. He don't know he's missing out on. Like that? Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Yeah.
She sent me videos. It was exactly like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sure she said Raphael.
She had really long nails, like this long. That bitch don't. And then she had to pick up her cell phone and couldn't.
No.
The nails just
Trying to type on the keyboard, she's just like,
clacking all over the place.
God.
I hate black women.
Oh my god, that's so wrong.
I hate black women like that. That just act really black.
Are just all women that act like that?
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. That's
Just like
I'm more of a color of their skin kind of person. Matt. You joking? Okay, but yeah, so they gave you like wing wags, and then they
back to what we're talking about, yeah.
wow,
They
we got
also-
this on topic.
and then they also give you a Twizzler,
Like a
a
real
single
Twizzler.
Twizzler in a little
Twizzler.
Twizzler
Like, okay,
package.
one of the ones that's like all a solid piece, or you peel the strings.
Solid piece.
Oh,
piece.
fuck
Yeah.
that. That Twizzler sucks.
It's the normal. It's the classic.
Yeah, but it kind
It's
of
that
tastes
movie
like
theater-
garbage.
It's the movie theater Twizzler.
I know,
It's
but
better
way
than a
worse.
mint.
No, it's not. I would way rather have a mint.
But no,
Okay, a mint is A, going to make your breath
dude,
smell
are you
better in
shitting
theory.
me? A Twizzler don't make your breath smell good? Are you kidding me?
No, a Twizzler... Okay, think about...
Dude, fuck the other person. I don't care. They
You think smell my dirty ass breath? I don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
Twizzler... I just
I
don't like
want a
Twizzlers. To me, Twizzlers are like...
So if you
The
open up a
minute- the
restaurant and you're gonna
minute-
get candy out and
Hold up.
at the end, what would you give?
The minute somebody's like, your breath stinks, like mid-sentence, I put my tongue in the mouth and I breathe in, or breathe out, and
You breathe in.
then I breathe out.
He's like...
This sucked their soul.
And I have to breathe.
He's like,
I have to breathe out. And then,
You turn into Heath Ledger.
That's the only way Matt can feel close to people.
I'm glad you guys both got that reference.
Yeah, the Sin-Eater.
So okay, so you get the Twizzler, which I still don't think you should get that in a
Wait a
restaurant.
minute, hold up a second.
What?
Okay, remember in the Sin-Eater, he basically like took over for the other dude, but the other dude died.
Wait, what's a
So-
Sin-Eater? You mean the Order?
Yeah, the Order.
Why'd you call it the Sin-Eater?
No, I'm talking about the guy that was the Sin-Eater.
Okay, I thought you were calling the movie
'Cause-
Sin-Eater.
No, the Order. But like the guy that was the Sin-Eater.
Yeah.
So like Heath Ledger took over his job and like the guy like died
Mm-hmm.
in the end. What if that's how Heath Ledger died?
Well, it is how Heath Ledger died, man.
Yeah.
So
He overdosed on souls.
Overdose?
yeah.
Come on.
He overdosed on bad souls.
He
Yeah.
he just gave the
All the
Sin-Eater
souls just
position
eroded
to
him
another
from the
person.
inside. It was actually all the souls that allowed him to play the Joker. That's what a lot of people
It
don't
was
know.
All Souls.
All souls.
It's a fantastic book, by the way. If that's not a
Alright,
book, then
well.
it should be.
That
Okay, so what
Twizzlers.
candy? You're telling me if you could choose, you would give out Twizzlers above all other
No, no, no.
candy as your
No, no.
like.
I would give, if
Here's
I
a
could
great
choose,
treat.
if I could choose a candy to give out, I would give out either two things: black licorice
Black licorice tastes like
or
assholes.
candy
Okay.
corns.
Okay, so you're intentionally trolling people with this. Okay, I'm glad.
No,
because
no,
they're
here's,
both
here's the
asshole
here's
candies.
the logic behind it. You don't want your ending little snack to be better than the meal you just had. Just think about
You don't
it.
want your last
That's
experience to be
Twizzler.
bad.
Yeah, you do, because then the
No, because then they're like,
No,
ah.
James, you're not thinking.
Okay.
Because then, okay, for instance, we had the steak, not that good. I had the Twizzler and I was like, delicious, right?
Yeah. So now
So-
you're just like, I want to go and eat Twizzlers.
So now I just want to go
Okay,
home and eat Twizzlers. I don't need to go to Steak and Loop to get a Twizzler. They only give me one Twizzler. I'm going to go home and get a pack of Twizzlers.
Yeah, but again, the problem here is that steak was hot garbage.
Right,
Instead of
and
being
I'll
a
never
good
go
steak.
back. But if it was hot
Good.
garbage and they gave me black licorice and I ate that and I went, oh god, I'd be like, give me more steak.
I need to watch this tape.
I need to watch the taste of
That
more
steak is the
steak.
best for watching taste out of your mouth.
Duh.
But
Yeah.
Can we talk about what
Unless
she
the
what
steak
she
was-
asked us when she put all the plates down?
Yeah, go for it.
Wait, what?
When she put all of our plates down, three of us had steak. This is exactly what she asked us. She said, what do you guys need? Do you want some A1 or do you want Heinz?
Heinz ketchup, like,
Or do you
No,
want both?
I think she meant Heinz 57.
Yeah, it's probably.
Is a
Yeah.
steak is it steak
It's a
sauce?
It's a steak sort of sauce.
So it's like
delicious.
she
thanks.
basically.
I was like,
used
she's like in a
steak
restaurant. I was
shit.
like, do you want ketchup on your steak?
Because they already had ketchup on the table, so.
Which she assumed we would use for our steaks.
Yeah, of course, because true classy people.
Just the fact that she asked
Yeah,
us
but
if we
she
wanted
asked
steak
and-
sauce.
Yeah, exactly. She asked, and she was waiting for us
No,
to tell
but she
exactly
didn't
which
know
one.
the way she asked it. I said it wrong. She didn't even ask, "Do you guys want?" She said, "What do you want? A1 or Heinz?"
Right.
Like assuming that we
Right.
needed one, and
Yeah.
we were like, none. We're good. Like
Yeah.
Right.
And then she
I was
just kind of
like-
like gave us this look like, oh god.
she's like, "Oh no, you're not just gonna like raw dog that, are you?" Like,
she
you're
knew
just gonna-
that these steaks are not of quality to
Yeah,
eat.
that's what I was thinking.
She's like-
Afterwards,
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking, she was actually trying to help
Help
us.
us. She's
Yeah.
like,
I would have flat, ma'am. Can I get both of those sauces and maybe run over to Raising Cane's and get some of their sauce and
yeah, just
mix it all together?
Oh no, dude! I had like when I cut into mine, I'm like Jeff. I'm like, is this cooked? Because it looks like purple.
Yeah, his looked a little odd,
It did look weird. It really did.
but it's just steak. You can't get sick from
Yeah.
it. So.
Yeah,
Because we
there's
die
no-
tomorrow.
I mean, unless it had mad cow in it, but now the chances of that is like 50-50. I think you're good. Wait, there were 3 steaks there. Now you're dead.
Well, she said she was feeding me dog.
That's true. She did say that she was feeding her dog. She was an awesome waitress. Like she was real good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why'd you guys pick this place? Just to try it?
Yeah. It's brand new.
You guys not have any good lunch like go-tos?
No.
Told you
No.
we should have went to Jin Bay.
But what we try to do is we try to go to like places we haven't been to.
I get
Yeah.
that, but I still like, I do the same thing in Austin. I just like having certain places that are still like, I don't know, places I can go to like repeatedly or go-tos.
Right, but we go to those places on our own.
Right.
So when we meet up, it has to be. We almost. It's like we
I
want
guess,
a
but
bad
I'm just saying, like, I
experience.
think it would be like, I don't know.
Told like we want.
I think we want a bad experience.
That's
we
what it
want.
is.
Right.
It's a better story.
It is. I mean,
Sure,
if you go
sure.
someplace and have good food, great service, all you're going to say was,
It was awesome.
great.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, I don't think we subconsciously sit
Choose
there and
bad
think
restaurants?
of the absolute worst place.
Yeah,
that you
no,
could
we
possibly
don't.
go.
We just think of like, okay, we haven't been here. I don't really hear much about it. Let's try it.
Right. So, we're trying to do a service to people.
Yeah,
When they
so
listen
providing
to
a
the
service.
Then they
Which, judging by the amount of people in that place, we need to get cracking
we do, because
on telling people that it's no good.
Yeah, 'cause
It's
it was
no bueno.
packed.
It was packed.
Well, it's also opening. Like,
Yeah. But it's been open for
it's been open for a
a
little
little
while.
while now,
Oh,
like a month or so.
Yeah, it's been open.
too many people there.
Yeah, just too many on a Sunday afternoon. It was.
Do you think it's also just that, like, they're because it's Frisco? There's like an inherent boom anytime a restaurant. I mean, there
Oh,
always
God,
is,
yeah.
like
Usually.
anywhere, but
Yeah.
like,
No, well, and the other thing I noticed, because when we got there was obviously like kids
Yeah.
that were there with their parents.
Not only were there kids, there was a
it's like a group of,
grabbing claw machine right there,
Right.
right in the.
So they are
open.
family friendly.
A TV in the
Okay.
ground.
But Sundays,
TV in the ground. Are you
we'll
talking
get
about
to
like
that.
the
Yeah, we'll get to that in a
mall
second.
thing? Like,
Get to
Yeah,
that
hold
in a
on,
second.
we'll get to that. But it was also because Sunday on their daily like special, Sunday is free kids meal with adult purchase.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
I saw-
so that, yeah,
Right.
that's like okay. You guys went on the worst day to go.
Was it free kids meals or free tweener meals?
No, it was kids meals.
Do you
Okay.
think they have to define it? Like, I need to see
Well-
some kid ID. Like, that kid's 12, he doesn't get a free
yes,
kid's meal.
they do.
They apparently do, because they had a little flyer for on Easter. They're having an Easter buffet, and they had it broken down by price.
Four
into
different groups.
4 different groups:
Of
kids,
age? Oh.
tweeners,
It literally said tweeners on there.
Not even tweens, like
Right,
tweeners.
adults.
Okay.
and seniors.
Which it should have said seen wieners. if I was the PR on that, yeah.
Right. And the tweeners were between age 9 and 14.
What was children 0 to
So
9?
wait,
Or 0 to
15
8?
is an adult by the same logic?
Yeah.
I just don't get how a 0 to 8-year-old could go eat at a buffet.
A 6 or 7-year-old could eat at a buffet.
Well, no,
Five.
but the parents can get the food for them. And
No,
Oh,
not in my restaurant.
Well,
But you're on your own. I just don't understand, Jeff, how a 0-year-old is supposed to go up there and get
That is kinda
a
dumb.
buffet.
Have you seen
Hey,
the
let's go
buffet?
take our
Total
3-month-old child to a buffet.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
total anarchy at a buffet.
Fucking putting the beef in their 0-year-old's mouth. Eat it. Yeah, you see a little fork going in the throat. Fucking sir, have you watched a Serbian film? And he's just like shoving that.
did you watch it?
No, I have not watched it.
Damn,
Yet.
dude,
A
watch
Serbian
it,
film?
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Fuck, dude, I've intentionally avoided that since I heard out about it. Like,
Watch it.
Intentionally avoided it,
You need to watch it.
dude. It sounds like the best movie ever.
dude,
I
I
have
have
8-year-olds being butt fucked.
Yeah, I have a graphic limit of like.
Not even 8-year-olds. And then you take a step further, you got newborns being
Yeah,
fucked.
there's baby rape in there.
Yeah.
These Serbians are the best.
So I'm sorry, Matt, have you seen this film? That's what's surprising.
No,
No? Okay.
It's all boys.
So Raphael's seen it.
Yeah, Robbo's the one.
I think
He owns-
Raphael was in it.
Or he at least owns it on Total Blue DVD HD.
Is that in the formation?
Yeah,
Is that what Microsoft's gonna use?
yeah, that's what they're using for the Xbox.
Too blue.
The 720 Django Zero X or whatever it's called.
You mean the next box?
The next box 720 Django Unchained,
Django Chain.
Django Unchained Durango box.
I'd buy that.
That full
That was
on
the
the
title,
box.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of letters across the top of the box. It's all acronym.
Can we,
I
can we
was
no,
thinking-
I want the box, but I want the title like I want like cardboard like coming off the side of the box.
I almost
where the
want it,
words
like-
are.
I
It's
want it
like
written on the
trailing
box, just taking up the entire cover of the box, like it's on in
So
front of the picture.
you basically want
Oh,
you want Arkham City's Game of the Year edition,
Yeah.
where it's just fucking.
Well, I just want it to
things
look
all
like
over
very
the- cheap.
cheap, like MS Paint font, like written on top of it. In a very
No, you know what I want? Remember on like those old cereal boxes, you could like actually like peel away the box and it like create like a little track. Like,
What?
in like what the
Like-
70s? Like when did
Dude,
this
no,
still
this is like
happen,
this is
man?
like the 90s.
Man, when do people eat cereal?
And like you could pour the cereal down it. It would like trail down and like go into like your bowl. It was like cool. I want that for the next console. I want to like peel away and have like
You wanna have,
things,
like, a little-
fall out and
a
like
little thing where you put the disc in, it like slots in, and just like
yeah,
it's
or like you
Dude,
open
that
up
would've
like
been awesome.
you like
A
peel
Rube Goldberg.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah. I want
Just has, like, a
to
little
peel away
portrait.
like one part of the box and like the batteries like trail down like roll down like a little path. And then they get like halfway down, the controller pops out, and they just fall into the controller.
Matt, your fantasy is weird.
Or just like Jumanji, like is what I imagine.
What?
I don't even know what to say.
I'm speechless right now. the idea that you still think that the Xbox and Xbox Django Zero X is still going to have batteries on the controller. But you're absolutely right, it will.
That's why I was like, you know what? I can't even say for certain it won't.
I feel like Microsoft is still on that battery bandwagon. Like they're supporting that shit.
They will charge you for the extra.
Well, I mean, they don't even make money off these batteries. I mean, it's like, Duracell's making the money.
I'm talking about them charging you for the rechargeable
battery packs.
They might sell all rechargeable battery packs. That's all the different.
The plug and play, the wireless adapter.
I think we were talking about like specific batteries. Like, are they have AA's in the controller? Like they did for old.
Yeah.
Do you think that like
the new controllers don't have them, do they?
Huh?
The new Xbox doesn't have them. Okay.
Do you think the new Duracell and Everlast are just like
they don't have the battery pack?
Oh, that's good.
It's like it's rechargeable. It's like the PS3 controller.
No. They still have a battery pack. I want to say.
Does it?
It's just rechargeable. It's just a rechargeable battery pack. They didn't ever put the battery pack in the controller. I'm almost positive, actually, now the more I think about it, they never did that.
No, right. But like I'm saying, like the default, like the controller you got when you bought that bought the 360, the new ones, it was the rechargeable one. It wasn't like the one where you slide batteries in.
Right. No. Okay. Yeah, but it's still a rechargeable pack.
Yeah, it's still off.
It's not like PS3 where it's like you just plug this in and there's no like.
Yeah. Which it's like. I guess if you bought another battery pack, you could be like, "Oh, I got more wireless gaming because one's already charged."
2 of them,
but
so
just fucking plug it in.
Yeah, I was like, "Here's the thing."
I'm still a use a cord kind of person.
Yeah, but what if you
extension
sit that far
cable?
Away?
Here's the thing.
Dude,
I sit
10-foot extension
that's why I was about
cable.
To say.
I don't want to run fucking cables all.
It's not even extension cables. I sit like almost 10 feet from my TV in the living room. I have a charging cable, and I can sit on my couch. Like, you can get decent sized charging.
That's fine, but I sit 20 feet away from my TV.
Extension cable, dude. Amazon is beautiful. You can get a 20-foot USB extension cable for like $1.50.
How big is your TV that you feel comfortable sitting 20 feet away from it?
50 inches.
I was like, because I mean, mine's 60, and I still feel like at 10 feet, that's like optimal viewing distance.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
What TV size is this again?
55.
Yeah. So this is like pretty, I feel like.
You have a 60-inch TV? Fuck you.
Yeah. I told you that, right? I got a new TV. It's like.
Yeah, you told me the whole story about with fries and everything.
Wait, what happened?
So you don't go to school anymore?
Yeah.
So did you drop out, or are you like...
No, I'm going back next semester, but I'm not in class this semester.
You're actually going back next semester?
No.
You can tell us.
No.
Okay.
I don't want to, but I am.
I'll wait until you get your fucking associates and you won't want to go.
Yeah.
These classes are fucking bullshit, dude. I've never had to like sit down and actually like spend 8 hours in one day studying for homework ever in my life until these classes.
Yeah.
I've always coasted by. Just like listen to the teacher and just like whatever. Still get like B's in classes if I just like pay attention a little bit. I could not pay attention at all, like just completely shut them out and get a C. These classes, like fuck, I get an F if I pay attention. And don't like study my ass off like 8 hours a day. Ridiculous. Fuck, I'm dropping it. The only thing that's keeping me going is that job when I get out. Just that 50,000 starting, just being like, oh thank God.
Right.
Like,
all you have to look at is him. And just say, I don't want to be that. Look at me and say, I want what Jeff has.
I don't want
you have a wife, a kid, and
a wife or kid.
Stable but boring job.
Yeah.
That's the ideal life.
Everybody wants.
The ideal life.
I just want to work retail.
Exactly.
If I don't have to work with customers, I'm good.
Yeah, if I don't have to like deal with that many people
fucking awesome. I'm golden.
that are outside of the business. Like when you deal with people inside the business, it's fine because y'all.
Well, you think it's fine until you have like some weird fucking weirdos.
Well, it's like always your boss. It's always like that person that's above you, not like the people that are on.
And you
the
know
same
what? What's funny
field.
though? It's never your boss. It's just someone who's like above you, but like he also reports to like your real boss that thinks that they have the power. Like
yeah.
They're always like a side manager who like has to like come over and be like, oh,
which honestly like
look it up in your face, and you're just like, dude, you're like no one compared to like
I
your manager.
I would be honest, like is like one of the few jobs I've had.
Dude, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, drop that. That was good, Matt.
Okay, bleep it.
Why not? I'm gonna bleep the fucking shit out of this episode.
Someone's gonna be, hey, bleep, 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 hey, bleep, bleep.
Okay, the job I have now.
Why? At this point, Matt, you might as well just...
You just cut that part out.
Alright, keep it rolling.
But I mean, none of the people act that way over there.
Right, well, I mean, you're in one store. When you work in an office and it's like...
Which was like the way, like, I can say this job, right? Because I don't work anymore, game crazy. Because we have
like that soul-crushing 9-to-5 office job.
I don't know, Jeff.
I like it.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. It's not boring at all, do you? Like, it doesn't get monotonous.
No, not really. I mean...
What What's your typical day? Like,
My typical day is to come in and eat breakfast.
Okay. At work?
Yeah, I get paid to eat, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I spend about an hour or so eating.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
No.
Oh my god.
But I do spend an hour eating while I surf the internet.
Okay.
Just as productive.
Yeah, and then I'll start to look at some spreadsheets, and I'll start looking to see if there's anybody I need to call.
Now, do you actually know what you're reading?
Of course.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's your objective by reading the spreadsheets? What's your like?
My objective is to determine if I need to call somebody and say, "Hey, you owe me $1 million. Pay it."
He's in accounts receivable.
So that's really all you do is just check spreadsheets all day.
He's a glorified
Spreadsheets and
whatchamacallit, debt collector.
Debt collector.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. And you 9 to 5?
I work 7:30 to 4 usually.
Okay, so similar, but just a bit
Consistent,
earlier.
yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
Hey, dude. I mean, I make good money. I get 3 weeks off paid vacation every year.
No.
I get all holidays off.
No, it's a stable, great job. I totally get that. Yeah. I like. Can you honestly look at me now and tell me you enjoy being like basically a glorified debt collector all day?
Yeah, I do like it actually. It's
You really like it? You like the task of calling people and being like, "Hey, you owe a bunch
I think
of
what
money."
James is trying to
Yeah,
ask
that's
you
not
is
really
like
what
if
it
you
is.
had a choice of
If I had a choice, I would pick something else. If I had a choice, I would direct movies for a living.
yeah,
But
porn.
I don't have that choice. It's just something that I work on when I have the opportunity, and if it happens, it happens. But in order
with
to-
that attitude, it'll never happen.
in order to live the way I want to live, this is what I have to do.
Yeah, sure that.
That's really what it comes down to. Because I've lived the way Matt lives. Except I've lived the way Matt lives without my parents.
Mm-hmm. I'll pay my own rent.
And it's not that much fun.
No, it's not.
It's really not. So, after doing that for 10 years, I decided, you know what?
To do that until I'm 30.
I mean, I get it. It's just like, I don't know.
It sounds shitty.
Yeah, I just feel like
I agree.
being
When I was
honest
your
about like
guys'
the
age,
boredom of it.
That's how I was too. I was like, I'm never doing that.
That's not even I'm never doing that. That's not even like how I'm coming about the situation. It's just
I
like
just realized like you just
just
have
like
to
it
do
just
what you
sounds
do.
like
It's I'm gonna bring it.
it doesn't
super
sound like
depressing.
any other more so than what.
Well, I'm gonna bring it super depressing. It almost seems like your life is completely pointless. Like when you get to that point, you're just like, really, is this all I'm gonna do with my life?
Well, that's the thing. Is it's like
That's the thing. Everyone has to realize that their life, ultimately, everyone's life will be pointless, really.
Unless you
No
make,
one
unless you
really
make
has
it big.
I mean, you were talking in terms of scale at some point, but
Yeah, when you take
in
yourself,
general.
like when you think outside of just like yourself.
well, I mean, I can point
As, like,
to,
a
you can
whole-
point to humans that in our
like each
in our society and
individual
culture are not pointless. Like they had a defined like impact and did something that profound for many other people. Now, like if you're saying in the grand
Yeah, but you
scheme
can
of
also
human
say that I
economy-
have that on other people.
How? I mean,
I have a profound impact on my wife, my
Okay,
son,
yeah, but I mean-
my family, my friends.
I was talking
No
about
one
the job.
cares about
That's
them.
what I'm saying.
We're talking
I'm talking
about
about
the world.
like yeah.
There's only like a few people in
I'm
history
saying,
that have ever
very
been
few people will
profound.
have any effect on anyone on the grand scheme of things.
Sure.
It's always basically going to be the people you know in your life.
So you're basically saying don't set
I'm
yourself
saying
up
don't
for
shoot for the
disappointment.
stars because you're really...
Well, no, shoot for the
it's a
moon
waste
because
of
if you
time.
miss, you'll land among the stars, Jeff. You
No, you
asshole.
won't. You'll crash back down and you'll go up in a...
No, you'll slingshot around the moon's gravitational pull and you'll go to
Go
the
back in
sun.
time and then...
I don't think you know how space exploration works or time travel for
I
that
don't
matter.
think you understand how time travel works, dude. Have you not seen Star Trek 4?
I don't remember that one.
They shoot around the sun and it actually takes them back in time.
Oh, well, that
No,
makes sense.
it's
because-
not.
There you go, spin it around, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey,
But that
you
makes
don't
sense.
know
That's
what's
the
behind
sun.
the
We were talking about the
sun.
moon.
The moon doesn't do anything.
Well, no,
Dude,
does
it
he
just
say
has
the sun or the
monsters
earth?
that look like rocks.
But if I ran around a block of cheese in my kitchen, which is the moon on the grand scale,
Okay.
I'm not going to go back in time.
Or are you?
Well, I've never
How
tried
do you
it.
know?
I've never tried it. You're right.
Speaking of Star Trek, are you excited about J.J. Abrams?
Star Wars?
I mean Star Wars, but he did Star Trek too, so it
Yeah.
ties in.
Yeah, we've talked a lot on this podcast about Star Wars and...
That's
But
what's
have we talked about the fact that
J.J. Abrams is going to direct those.
that they officially have
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher
Yes!
and Mark Hamill coming back for sure?
Is that
And Harrison
that was, like,
Ford.
the linchpin? Like, I mean, like, I want it to
and
happen,
Harrison
but,
Ford.
like,
All of them
Yeah,
are
they're
coming
all
back.
three coming back.
even with that, I'm not still like, oh, that's what was going to make a good movie. Like,
No, we're saying this is what's going to make it
It's
a
like-
bad movie.
I
Oh,
was saying, well, unless they do what I said.
Where they kill them
They
all.
have to kill them off in the first scene of the
They
movie.
really do.
They have to.
Because I saw Carrie Fisher.
Yeah,
She is
exactly.
not up to par.
No,
That's
unless,
what I'm like,
unless
oh.
she's being recast as Jabba the Hutt, that's not going to work.
Which that would make
That'll make more sense.
Yeah.
Like, she got eaten by Jabba the Hutt and they, like, fused or something.
that
Like,
Matt, that
more-
makes no sense. You don't know your Star Wars at all. Get out of here. No, what happens is she went into the Sarlacc pit, and then when she popped out of his butthole, she went back in
I
time.
mean, Carrie Fisher looks like Jar Jar Binks just raped her for 20 years. In real life. That's what she looked like.
Yeah.
and let's be honest, Mark Hamill's not going to be around.
Which would explain
Like,
the drugs.
That fool looks like
Explains
he
the
is
drugs.
knocking on death's door.
I know, exactly.
He looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Not Ewan McGregor, the other one.
Do you think that they'll just time lapse it a bunch then to account?
I
Like they're all actually supposed to be as old and decrepit looking as they are in real life. Like they'll be like, oh,
Yeah, probably.
Yes, they will.
I think at the beginning it'll say a long time ago, and it got far
What
wherever
do
it
you?
says.
I mean,
But it says, but
But
60
on
years
the
after Return of the
crawl,
Jedi.
It'll say 30 years following
After, yeah.
the events of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
they won't
if
say
you're, like-
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
They'll just say 30 years after the events.
It'd be funny if it did say
or
Return of the
after,
Jedi
they
with like the
defeated-
little
they defeated the
trademark.
Emperor,
Like,
Yeah.
Palpatine, and yeah.
After the events of Vader's death and
Yeah. What do you, I can't even imagine
the
what that movie's
establishment
going
of
to
the
be.
Jedi Order.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what is gonna like
I mean, you say movie, but you really mean new trilogy.
trilogy? Yeah, but even still,
Oh.
like, are you gonna just create a new like Darth Vader? Like, what could you
Yeah,
do
because
in
it's
that?
like, what villain is there really?
There's no villains like left, really.
Because then Vader like pretty much just killed them all.
Yeah, but dude, you're talking about a group of
Vader
writers.
killed all the Jedi.
You're talking about a group of writers, and you're talking about a universe as their like little playground. They could just make.
But I don't want them to just kind of be like, oh hey, like we're.
Oh,
Because
they
here's-
will though.
But here's the thing that like, as much as I hate what George Lucas has done to Star Wars since like pretty much the original trilogy, I think it was depressing on some front to see one of the last major series that had like an R-tur, I think I'm mispronouncing it, but like had one person who had a central vision for everything around it get sold to one of the biggest companies and like biggest corporations in probably all of America or all of the world at this point. It's just like depressing. So it's like, now you're gonna say like, to me, to then be like, okay, well we got this new guy and he's just gonna kind of be like, I don't really know, I'm doing all this new shit, it doesn't really make sense in the old shit, just like, who cares? Like, why is it even Star Wars at that point? Like, I get the brand, but like, I don't know.
They just want
See,
money.
like,
Again, that's
I have
like-
a
that's
theory-
even
I
more
have a
depressing
theory
to
that
me.
Lucas was not the mind behind the original Star. Like,
He's not.
4,
He's
5,
not
6.
entirely,
Not
but
entirely.
he was,
No,
he
I
was
don't think
edited properly in,
think it
in
was
4,
at
5, and
all.
6. I don't believe in what, like, you say,
Because like if you read like the original like script for it and like the characters for it, like C-3PO was supposed to be like some like fucking maid, like robot maid character, and it was like
Yeah,
really
that's what I'm saying.
goofy.
4,
It
5,
was
and
the
6.
Jetsons.
And they were basically just like, Lucas, like, this isn't gonna work, like, we need to change it, like, it
Yeah,
doesn't
in
make
4,
any
5, and
sense.
6,
then
he still
was
had
like,
editors. He
But-
still had people to tell him, like, that's a bad idea.
exactly,
don't do
and
that.
like, because he was new, he was better at being like, okay, like, yeah, if you think that's
or
better
he just didn't have the
judgment.
carte blanche to be like, no, I'm fucking
Whereas,
George
like,
Lucas. Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't care what
exactly.
you're
That's what I'm saying. Like 1, 2, and 3, he just got like ahead of himself. Like
Yeah.
he had like this ego, and then like he watched the movies, and he was like, "Oh fuck!" Like
But
now we can't
I
do
don't
it.
think that that's not saying that he's not still responsible for 4, 5, and 6. He still had a large part in making those movies. Now, to say that
Yeah.
there weren't like many other people who probably were there at a good point to be like, no, like you need to step back, or
Yeah.
like, no, you need to do this differently. No, I think
Exactly.
that's one of the biggest problems with 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
But they have.
But I think it's still
they
depressing.
have what's their face, and they have some original people from like the original trilogy coming back to help.
Yeah, the person that did Empire Strikes Back.
But it's just like, to
Empire
me, it's not
Strikes Back.
even that so much. It's just like, I can't even imagine what they. I mean, I want to be excited and them do some like crazy new shit.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine what they're gonna do. That's like, hey,
So-
you know what you really want to see?
Yeah, I'm guessing two things we've kind of talked about before, like that either they'll pull out another Sith Lord that just happened to be somewhere in the universe.
Just hiding the entire
Yeah.
time. He was just like, I'm back now. Like,
Yeah.
No, look, okay. We talked about this. There can be only two, right? They always the master and apprentice. That's the way that they set it up.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Can only be one.
But as we saw before, with Maul with Dooku in the new trilogy, usually a Sith Lord is working with a master, but then they're actually the apprentice Sith is going to start developing their own to kill the Master so that they can then become the Master. So that's what they could do. They could say that Vader had been training
They
someone.
already did. That was the games.
I know, but they're not going to use the game. I'm saying they're going to take...
But like it's like even if they don't use that specific story, literally rehashing a story that was already told and like not very well, that's a bad idea to me.
Oh, I agree it's a bad idea. I'm just saying that they could do that. That's a way that they could do it if they want to say it's a Sith. Okay? Because otherwise, no, there are no Sith left.
Yeah. Or they could pull out a villain that's not a Sith.
Or, yeah.
He's just like a universal, like some fucking galactic villain.
That's even dumber to me, too.
It is dumb.
Just
It's
be like,
some-
oh, it's Star Trek now. Now we're fighting
Or
like...
Fantastic Four, for that matter. It's fucking something that swallows universes and galaxies.
It's
and
Galactus.
Well, it's not gonna do that.
No, it will, Jeff. Let's not...
But I said the
pull on
other
that.
way that they can do it, and again, they did this in the books, but it's a general from the Empire that's the last final holdout that they're trying to defeat.
Maybe.
And he has enough
He has
people
enough like
loyal to
reserves
him
that like he is the like
that he's
last
actually
follower.
putting up a good fight.
Now, when you say people, you mean stormtroopers, right?
Yeah.
Well, clones then, yes.
Excuse me?
Huh, what was that?
Did you say to me?
What?
Actually, that's the one thing I think that they did make way better in the new trilogy than in the old trilogy. Stormtroopers, to me, I'm sorry, are stupid. The clone troopers make sense. Like, and even though stormtroopers are what the clone troopers become, just like taking on face value of seeing like stormtroopers, it's just dumb. I don't know.
Yeah. That's why, like, because of the gap in like special effects and everything.
Yeah.
Like when I think about it, sometimes the new like the trilogy, the prequels, they almost seem like sequels to me. Like I forget that they're before the story.
Which is also the problem you have with prequels that take place afterwards, because you have all this new technology, and you're like, well, why didn't they have this technology then? Like, why does everything look all fancy now? And then like,
think how confused the later generations are going to be. They're like, wait a minute, the prequel and the final are better than the middle. Like the middle sucks.
What are you talking about?
Because like
graphically,
graphically, because the original 3 trilogy, the middle.
Well, the ending will make sense. It'll be like, wow, they're really good. Then they got really shitty, and then they got even better than the beginning. You're like, whoa, what just happened? Well, see what happened was they took all the movies and they sent them around the sun. When they came back, they all went back in time, and something happened. Men in Black 3.
You're probably gonna think like
oh
the
man,
world like
do you think they'll use
ended
time
for the-
travel?
God, I hope so. Like,
I don't think J.J. Abrams is the type to do it, but like,
oh, he's definitely the type to do it. He
Do you
did
think
Star
so?
Trek.
Like direct? Oh, you're never mind.
Yeah, he
You're
did
totally
fucking
like-
Star Trek and Super 8 and Cloverfield.
Well, There's not.
If those movies weren't about time travel, then I don't know what they were about.
I still don't know what those movies are about.
Yeah.
I like Cloverfield.
I like
didn't
Cloverfield
like
a lot.
Super 8 that much.
I didn't like Super 8.
I was disappointed.
We did not like Super 8 for many reasons. I feel like half of them weren't even because of the movie. I feel like it was because of the people who went with us.
Yeah.
What did we go see Super 8 with?
Remember Takara and her fucking boyfriend?
Oh yeah.
Oh, God. I couldn't enjoy that movie just because of him.
And I was gonna say I was just disappointed, if nothing else, because I thought it was gonna be somewhat Cloverfield related, which I can't have been the only one. Like,
No, I thought it was too. And when I saw the little monster, I was like, oh, that's definitely
that's him. Like,
Yeah. We got you. Like, it's you.
you motherfucker. Like, and then when it
And he-
became like very Goonies, I was
Yeah,
like,
and E.T., and then he lifts the kid up, he gives him a kiss on the cheeks, and sends him off into space.
yeah.
I was like, wait, what? Where'd this kid go? And then they opened up the teddy bear and it said IBM on it. And he's like, what?
It's product placement.
Okay, what do you think? For some reason, that just made me think of
Last Mimsy?
no, Final Destination, the most recent one.
Yeah.
And I think of that movie as having one of the best like end of the movie reveals of just like, oh shit, when they find that cell phone, and you see the date.
Yeah.
So like, I can't think of any other movies that have done stuff like that. Not done stuff like that, but like I'm trying to think of other good like last minute you see something and it's like, oh shit, like that changes everything I saw beforehand. Or not everything, but
Right.
I assume you've seen that movie.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking like Ernest Goes to Jail.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good one. All the Ernest, collection's a classic.
Right. That was kind of
Taken Too Young.
that what the fuck ending to
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
What's his name? You know that. The dude who played Ernest.
Jim Varney.
Jim Varney. Taken Too Young. All that smoking.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know it. I don't know. I can't really think of movies that have done that. That's weird.
Well, it's just like
A lot of
we're
shit.
talking about-
I don't know. You're really silent. Uh-oh.
Did you see the fuck?
Yeah.
Use your words.
So,
words.
so did you you watched the PlayStation 4 conference live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't impressed with any of the trailers? Or
No, like I said, like I like the deep down thing from Capcom.
Because that trailer was fucking phenomenal.
Other than that, like on the technical aspect of it, the trailers.
What do you mean by tech? Do you mean how good the trailers looked, or like
what is said about the technology behind the trailers? Like,
okay, but
that seemed like interesting, but the trailers themselves, like the gameplay, the games themselves, didn't look that interesting. A lot of it was stuff we already saw at E3, like Watch Dogs.
Oh, Watch Dogs was probably the only one that was like
stuff like that. Well, like Infamous didn't look like anything. Like really,
the weirdest part to me was the creepy dude they had like the pre-presentation of that.
Yeah,
that was like sense. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this guy like really creepy and weird all of a sudden.
Well, he was like trying to start like a revolution. I'm like, it's a video game. Like, calm down.
And even as I liked Infamous 2, and I'll probably play that. I don't know. I wasn't even that excited about most of the trailers. I was more excited about them just talking about the console.
Yeah,
and then you didn't get to see it.
But who cares? Like, this was like, I think. Did you watch that just on this?
Like, I understand like the.
I'll show.
I understand like their what they're all about. Like, we're like focusing more on the game. So I'm like, good job, Sony. Like, you finally learned after the PS3.
Yeah, I think
going back to like PlayStation 2 like era of like.
No, I think PS3 was like a big sign of Sony's hubris, and like that was them like at the pride or the height of their arrogance. And I think that Microsoft in a lot of ways is in a similar position right now.
I think they both were in this generation because it was just kind of like a big like letdown, really. Like,
I guess, but
got,
Microsoft
like,
this
awesome
generation has been on the come up. Like they've been fighting back for. They have majority in America, like of consoles sold.
Well, yeah,
and the Xbox was a colossal failure. Like the PS2 outsold it almost like at least 10-1.
It is the best selling console.
Yeah, but it's like at least 10-1. I want to say it's like way out and above the Xbox and the GameCube.
It's still like a good selling console somehow.
They just said they stopped making it. Like I don't know. Like what was
yeah,
that,
but they probably still have like warehouses.
Oh yeah, they still have some, I'm sure, but they just stopped actually making it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the guy I worked with was like, I thought about like rebuying like a PS2. It's just I don't know where you'd get them. I'm like, fucking just turn the corner
Walmart,
and you can find one.
Walmart, GameStop.
My places still carry them. Like,
yeah.
Or I'm like, there's this thing called the intranet that like has been around since fucking Al Gore invented it.
People like fucking like blow my mind sometimes. Like, where do I get this? I'm like, the Amazon, eBay, the internet.
Huh? Where's that? Where's
it.
that? And I'm like, no, it's not. Where is it? It's on the internet. Like, it's
just order it.
It's a thing. It's in the cloud.
You know that card you keep in your pocket all the time, and it gives you things.
Were you excited about any of the cloud stuff?
Yes and no.
So yes and no.
What if it goes down eventually?
What do you mean by goes down? Do you mean like when it doesn't servers go down crash, or when they take it offline? You're not. Are you worried? Which one are you worried about?
Both. Because remember with the whole Sony thing, like the whole network being taken down, and it took like it didn't take forever. Like
I think it was like a month.
Yeah, it was like a month for them to get back up, but like all your save data.
God, I just remembered like there was actually a month of just like not being able to log on.
Yeah. And like think about that, if like all your stuff was on the cloud server and all that shit was like linked, then all your save data is like stored on there.
Oh, my sword! And someone's gonna get out my save data? Like,
no, I'm just saying like you would have to start.
No, what if they find out that I've beaten Ni no Kuni? Like,
I'm just saying like what if you got really far in the game and you're like, fuck, man, and your save data disappears, like it gets deleted or something.
But all that stuff is a cloud backup of local data, like the saves specifically. That's all just backup. Like I'm talking when I said the cloud stuff, I was even more just talking about them saying like you're gonna be able to stream demos as soon as you like. You know,
that's
instantly,
cool.
and like stream games while you're downloading.
If you can really do that,
that's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
If they're not just blowing smoke.
I feel like it's them being optimistic, but I don't.
Yeah.
Which at this point, I mean,
I just think it's them being optimistic.
They're basically like politicians at this point. Anything they say could be truth or a big fucking.
I mean, they bought Gaikai. It's definitely been for like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Well, I will believe it when I can do it in my fucking.
They're going to try.
Yeah.
And what about all the Vita stuff with PS4? Did that excite you? Like a Vita?
That actually excited me because I'm like, finally, like, make some use out of this fucking block.
Just how they were just like, hey,
no games on it, so
we did that with the Vita and the PS4. Like, hey, Nintendo.
Yeah, like big middle finger.
Just big middle finger. Like,
I feel like Nintendo's just already lost.
I feel like this is the Wii U is gonna do Dreamcast GameCube performance.
I was like, I don't want to go as far as to say that the Wii U is going to be their last.
I almost will, because
that's what I said.
I feel like it might be their last.
It might be their last console.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it'll be their last console, not
after this
handhelds.
Because 3DS is
the console for sure.
Yeah, 3DS is doing great in Japan. So.
Oh, but did you hear the rumors that Monster Hunter might come back to Vita?
Oh fuck shit! That's the only thing that's keeping them afloat besides their fucking first party games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was rumored that that's why 4 was delayed, was to make it launch on Vita as well.
Well, I was happy that Final Fantasy was announced on PlayStation 4. I'm still waiting for Versus, though. What the fuck is that?
That's probably the one that they're doing.
I know, they're just
gonna come out and be like, oh, this is Versus.
At this point, honestly, I'd almost rather have them just cancel it.
I'd rather have them cancel it and turn it
Because,
into
like,
Kingdom Hearts,
it's-
honestly.
I'd rather have them cancel it and put that team back on Kingdom Hearts because it's the same
Yeah.
team. But at this point, it's kind of like... It's been in development so long, it's literally at this point skipped a generation pretty much. It has, because it's not going to come out this year. So it skipped an entire generation in development. Like, why? Why even keep that game in development? Because there's so much like built-up expectation, and like I can't imagine what they have is in a solid state at all. To me, it's like not even worth... You built up so much kind of like shitty ideas about what this was, and like, I don't know.
But I
I feel
don't
the
know,
same
but,
way
like,
about that.
we still don't even know, like,
Last
fully
Guardian?
what the
Last
whole
Guardian.
goddamn story is.
I almost feel that way with Last Guardian, but there's still enough, like, I want to play that game, I want, like, the next Eco game, that I think they could release that for PS4, and it would be a huge, like, boom. I don't think that Versus would. I think at this point, if they came out Versus, no one would really care.
Yeah.
It's like, that game that you showed a couple of trailers for 6 fucking years ago.
Here's why. If that Final Fantasy 15, the next numbered one, comes out on the PS4, if that comes out at the same time or before Versus 13... Versus what?
Yeah, Versus
Who
the
cares
game that
about
was, like,
13?
Yeah.
You've had 3 fucking 13 games.
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah.
No
you
one
don't need a
cares.
fourth, like...
No one
I would
cares.
rather
anymore.
just
I like
have them
13
take
and I
that
haven't
game
even
and just
played
rename
the-
it to Final Fantasy, like, 15 or whatever.
But here's my thing, what do you think is still in that project? All they showed was like
I
a
don't
couple
know,
of
dude.
trailers.
Well, that's like the whole thing with like
That's what I'm
Square
saying.
Enix.
To
They
me-
only show like a little bit of trailers, and like you said, that was from like
I don't think
5
that there's-
years ago, so you don't even know what the fuck is
To
in
me,
that
the fact
game.
that they haven't shown anything else means there's nothing to show. That game
Yeah.
is not in a state
Or
that
there's
they can...
so much to show that they
Why? Why wouldn't you?
No.
Probably not.
Yeah, no, I think that
I don't know. I think they just got like over ambitious on that game. Because I remember it was going to be open world, like everything destructible and all this other shit. I'm like, oh man.
So Mercenaries.
I don't even remember what that game was supposed to... At this point, that's my thing, is like, you said all this stuff, and I'm trying to
I
think
don't.
of, like,
I don't even think Square
what
Enix
was
knows what the
Versus
game
13,
is about.
like- I just remember, this is going to be in the same world as 13,
Yeah, because it had like the same.
and that was
like,
going to be cool, because they were
with that
ideally going to come out at the same
crystal type
time.
thing.
Fabula Nova Crystallis.
yeah, the Chrysalis thing. But I don't even know what that
Square Enix,
means.
alright, you can throw
I
away
don't even know
some,
what that
yeah,
means.
like, you can throw around some little fucking Latin
Like,
French
give me a
terms.
storyline, like.
No,
Do you
it's
think
I mean-
Enix has
I mean-
just been like what's basically ruined that company for the past like 10 years or 15, 20?
I don't know.
Because that's kind of where you can pin their like downward trend, right? Like when it became
Was-
Square Enix.
Was Final Fantasy X Squaresoft? Or Enix?
No,
I
it's
wanna-
Enix.
I want to say it was Square Enix, but it was literally like right. No, maybe it was Soft. Because it was like right when they became Square. It couldn't have been developed as an Enix game. Because Spirits Within came out in 2001. That was the financial boom that made them become Square Enix. And Final Fantasy X came out 2001 or 2002. I think 2002.
Yeah. Final Fantasy X was the last good
And that, to me,
Final
that was
Fantasy.
the last like Square Soft led like.
That was the last good, like, numbered Final Fantasy game.
No.
Well, who was Kingdom Hearts made by?
It was Square Enix.
Squaresoft.
Mm.
The original Kingdom Hearts is Squaresoft.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
And then 2 is Enix.
The Enix.
And 2 gets up
two
its own
was really
ass. That
good.
actually makes a lot of sense. Because, like, 1 is very, like, I don't know, kind of stays true to its premise. And then 2 is where they get all the, like, is it Ansem, is Xehanort, like, heartless, and then he becomes a nobody, and then, like, blah, blah, blah. You're just like, God, fuck. Like, you guys
Yeah.
are really getting up, like, the, like, your own lore is asshole. You guys
Yeah.
are getting really high on the idea that
It
you guys
became
love all
It
this
became
shit.
everything that, like, Japanese video gaming is, like, known for.
Yeah.
Alright, well, anyways, I remember what I was going to say. Christopher Nolan, Justice League. Possibly,
Oh, yeah.
possible. And I saw that, and they were talking about bringing back Christian Bale as Batman and Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah. I'm like, the only person
also-
that I think could do justice
Didn't they hire
to
him?
that movie.
Didn't they also say that he would be like a consultant for Warner Brothers
And
on
I
all
think-
future superhero films?
I think Carrie Fisher was going to play Wonder Woman. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. But she could be like the
The
evil
most the
villain.
funniest part to me was just the wheezing laugh that accompanied that.
I remember that one guy we used to play Call of Duty with. He was just like wheeze, and we were just like,
Oh shit, what's his name?
Black Cats.
Black Cat.
So are you guys excited for Destiny? Did you see that at the press conference?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I mean, it doesn't.
It's like Halo.
Yeah. I'm done with that type of game.
I haven't played Halo seriously.
First-person shooters?
That's what I'm like.
Shit,
Yeah.
dude. Then like you don't get a PS4.
Are you like you really don't? You're like done with shooters? Because to me, I'm just waiting for the next big shooter. I'm done with Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I'm waiting
I'm
for
done
the
with
next
Call of
thing
Duty.
that does
Yeah.
this is the new innovation on like shooter formula. This is the new
But I don't like. Where else can you really go though?
Destiny.
plenty of places. Like you really think Call of Duty
Destiny.
4 or Call of Duty's model is the peak of shooters that we can't
Yeah.
progress any further?
I think we're done.
Yeah, I think
I think we've hit our ceiling.
Not only the fact that that game is running on like at this point a 10 to 15-year-old engine that's been modified heavily. Like you really
Yeah.
think just the whole like I'm gonna point here and shoot you and like with modern setting like bullets. To me, that's like really unimaginative to be like I can't imagine them doing anything past Call of Duty.
Well, I mean, they probably could, but they're fucking lazy, and they still make billions of dollars.
Sure,
so it's like, why
Activision's
would you
not
even
going
do?
to? But Activision's the only company making millions of dollars on Call of
It's
Duty.
like
Yeah, okay.
Ubisoft. Like, could you go somewhere with Assassin's Creed? Sure, you could.
Oh, yeah, you could.
Are we going to? Fuck no. We're going to keep making pirates, zombies.
I think they're just going to drop Assassin's Creed on the next gen, like just like they did Prince of
Honestly, I
Persia.
hope they do. Like,
I
it's
kinda
done
do.
now. It's
I think
dead.
Watch Dogs is going to be their new like
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed of the next gen.
That'll be
like,
their new baby.
Yeah.
Depending on how that.
Well,
that
because think of
turns
how
out.
they revealed Assassin's Creed at the beginning of this generation. It was almost the same way.
Yeah.
Of like just like tech demos of showing it like this is like a really cool thing, like blah blah
Yeah.
blah, and then like it's open world. You get to do all these cool missions. Like
Because honestly, like Assassin's Creed now is kind of just overstayed its welcome. Like they should have just got to the fucking Desmond story,
And now
they
they, now they
and-
can't.
And now they can't because now they're stuck. Like, where do we go? Like, how are we gonna tie like fucking pirates and all this shit to like one single person?
Well, you can't because he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least we assume he's dead. He fucking he could have passed
or
out.
like time somehow got reset or some shit at the end. So then, great. Now I have to fucking play through Assassin's Creed.
That's the part that's like scaring me. I'm just like, okay, if you reset the timeline, what did any of this matter?
Yeah.
Why did I play any of this? Like, this is stupid. That's like, it was all just a dream. It's the same fucking ending, like, just the same thing as that.
Yeah.
All that shit we did before, and then fuck it. It's done. We reset everything. Timeline's reset.
Because like they had like a good
Happy
thing.
birthday,
Like,
Fringe.
okay, when
You're
Assassin's
welcome.
Creed 2 came out,
Fucking
and then
bullshit.
you found out like okay, like all the god stuff.
they
and then,
should have
like,
just
all, like,
honestly
the,
made Assassin's
the Adam
Creed
and Eve shit.
3, the Assassin's Creed 3 that everyone wanted, which was like the continuation of the Desmond story, the modern day stuff. They should have made that right after Brotherhood. They should have said fuck Revelations. They should have like
They should have said fuck Brotherhood. Because
I-
Revelations was better than Brotherhood.
then what? No, Revelations.
Yeah, it was better than Brotherhood. It ended Ezio's, like, story.
I guess, but like to me, Brotherhood.
You're saying they should have made Assassin's Creed 2 and then made a game right after Assassin's Creed 2?
No, I'm
It's
saying they
basically
should-
combined Brotherhood and Revelations together.
Maybe, sure, but like I think that Brotherhood was fine. Like Brotherhood was good as a like this is a refinement of everything that 2 does, and kind of felt like the end of Ezio's story by itself. He
Yeah.
defeats Cesare and hides the apple. To me, even putting him in Revelations was like, oh yeah, here's some shit he's gonna do later that like is kind of I guess
Yeah.
important. Like
Yeah.
it was like you really saw like his story of like the assassin's part by the end of Brotherhood. So
Right.
to me, and you find out a bunch of important like real world shit, or like not real world, but Desmond shit in Brotherhood. So that's why to me they should have just
Okay,
made Brotherhood
honestly,
and gone.
okay. Here's what I think
modern
they should have done. They should have made Assassin's Creed. They should have done the pirates in Assassin's Creed 3. That way, it would make more sense if pirates were like looting like treasure and shit, and then they happened to come across like the treasure of like Ezio Auditore, like hiding the golden apple and some shit,
I
and
guess,
then going
yeah.
through that and like doing a big like treasure hunt type of thing
But to
against
me,
different pirates.
It's just
that
that
would
like
have been a lot
they
better.
should have dropped the cipher part of the story past Brotherhood.
Like I just
Like, they
didn't-
should
I
have
just
stopped
didn't-
being
I
like-
feel like the pirate game should have came out back in 2002 when people cared about pirates.
Yeah.
And
But, like,
ninjas.
I think it would work a lot better. Like for some reason, like I just don't care about American history. It's not that interesting.
That's my point about the cipher thing. Is
It's
that
not
they
a
needed-
moron.
They
There's
needed
no
to
fucking
stop
history in
dropping
America.
this
I
entire
know.
this thing of like, well, we're gonna have you play through this like 20 to 30 hour this like story, but it's really just a means to tell you this other story that's going on in the background because
Yeah.
all you're doing is reliving memories that happened.
Yeah, yeah.
So like they needed
Let's see
this,
how they tie in.
to me just drop that after a while. They needed to go to Desmond as like this is what's happening. This is Assassin's Creed. Like
Yeah.
not like oh yeah like
And then 13th Floor, that bad boy, where like you find out you're playing as Desmond, as a dude above him, farther into the future, where Desmond is the actual guy that you're playing as, and someone else is asleep in the Animus. That would be fucking brilliant.
What if it was like Desmond's dad playing as Desmond?
No, Desmond's. It would be Desmond's son. It would be like the next.
Oh yeah.
Or even farther than that.
No,
like, Desmond would be
you
a
realize
far.
we already talked. I remember us talking about this in like around Assassin's Creed 2 or in like Brotherhood. We were like, what if they just pull it out more? Like it's just like you're not even Desmond.
It
like,
would have been better if you played as Desmond, and then they like at
because
the
at the
end
end of Brotherhood is when he stabs what's her name, right?
yeah,
And then they have a moment of like there's the screen is blacked and there's like dialogue
Mhm.
and they're talking about Desmond and you're like, okay, I don't know who's talking about Desmond, and people thought like, oh, maybe you are playing as someone who's playing as Desmond. Like that was like the people who are in the game as playing as Desmond.
right. And that would have honestly been a better story.
Yeah.
And then they could have ended it at Assassin's Creed 3.
Instead, they're just gonna make 4. It's gonna like do terribly, and then they're gonna stop.
And then they're gonna make the no. I think
You think they'll make one more?
pump one more out.
One
yeah.
more, just the like final like.
Just the final like little fucking punch, the donkey punch to go with it, and then they're done.
That'll be
Do you think they'll do-
in space, right?
Yeah. Well, they got to make a big jump to.
Well, it'll be Dead Space.
It'll be Dead Space, but Assassin's Creed Space.
Which has already been canned.
Is it
Did
really?
you see that? The Dead Space 4 is rumored to be canceled after the like low performance of 3 and like all the like.
Shit happens.
I've heard like I'm excited to play in co-op, but I've heard like
I've
not
heard
great
a
things.
lot of mixed.
Yeah, I've heard like mixed, like it's not as good as 2 or 1. Like.
I think the thing that made 1 so good was like everybody had such low expectations, but then you played it and you're like, wow, this is actually really fucking good.
Yeah.
And then 2
But
just
see,
kinda
1 was a
carried on,
survival
and, like,
horror game. 2 was a little bit as
I
well.
don't even buy that like they made that much of a distinct shift. I don't know. I guess it was a survival horror game, but like those games are never that scary. I don't know, like
not for us, but fucking some little
kids.
kids.
I just don't like. Yeah, maybe a little kid, but like I've
The
had
problem
like
with
people
3
our age be like, "Oh, it's scary."
People our age that say that they won't even play it because they're so terrified of it.
I'm just like any game where you're that empowered, I don't find scary.
Yeah.
I wish the problem with
Where you
these
can
is
just like
made
pull the
it too
trigger and kill
silly.
everything easily.
Too silly?
Yeah, because like the first one was like pretty serious and like survival horror. Then the second one they added like little things to make the game kind of like funny, like the little pew pew gun.
What are you
Like
talking about?
pew 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 pew.
That was in
like,
the that kind of stuff was in the first game a little bit too. You're talking about like them
But
putting
I
in
feel like the
goofy-
second one just like it just.
You're
kind
talking about goofy like in-game shit that they put in. For,
Yeah,
like, here's
yeah,
beating
yeah.
the game. That was kind of in 1, and that's a staple of almost the series. That's stuff that's been in Resident Evil. To me, I don't think they were really that goofy with it. I mean, I think
I don't
that
know.
I don't know. If anything,
But
they
the
got a
second
little
one,
more
the second one
actiony
did
with it.
seem like more.
It felt like
Yeah,
to
it
me a
felt-
little
it
bit
was
more
more
Aliens to Alien. Like it felt like okay, we're gonna take this what was like kind of scary and alone the first time and make it a little bit more action. Like,
Yeah.
ramped up, like.
It was like going from Alien to Aliens.
Yeah.
The movies.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was like going from like a it was like going from like a horror movie essentially, and then going to like a James Cameron action film. And it was like and then go from that to Resident Evil
I
Extinction.
was gonna tell you something.
I don't think you're.
What?
Did you hear me right before you said the aliens thing? Say the exact same thing.
What?
The alien to aliens comparison. I literally just said it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I heard you.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what I was like. You weren't fucking with me.
Yeah. But then even going like a step further from Aliens to like Alien Cubed, and then from Alien Cubed to Resident Evil Resurrection.
I can't believe you watched all those alien movies.
I own all of them on Blu-ray Anthology Pack, and I also own Prometheus.
I haven't seen Prometheus yet.
Prometheus is good.
Would you recommend to someone who has like no really interest in aliens?
Yes,
Okay.
because it has nothing to do with aliens.
And it's like tangentially like somewhat. No? I already
No, it has
really, nothing.
Nothing. They show the alien at the end, but like without it, like you honestly, if they did not show that alien, there would be no connection to aliens. Minus the fact that like it's been in the movie for like a second. But it really has nothing to do with it. Like,
You're talking about like the xenomorph, like the very end?
Yeah,
yeah.
it has nothing to do with
Yeah, it really
It's
does.
just a movie
It
about
really
just like them
doesn't.
searching space for
searching space for the the creatures that created us, that created humans. That's all it is. Has nothing to do with what Alien was about. Alien was about surviving a fucking alien attack.
Aliens is pretty much a spin-off of like what Prometheus is.
Other way around.
Well, I get the point he's actually trying to make too.
No, 'cause,
It's
like-
just that like because Prometheus potentially happened first in the like timeline,
And then Aliens
then like
kinda
Alien
happened-
would be what you would traditionally consider a spin-off. Like, hey, we're gonna take this movie and made like an action version of it, like that's just about them surviving. Even though
Right.
technically Prometheus was made after, so it would be more of a spin-off, which is probably what you were saying.
Yeah. Jeff, you're awfully quiet.
Well, you guys are talking about games, and I don't play games that often. So
Well, now we're talking about movies.
all right, then I'm Chatty Cathy.
Tag back in.
We're on time.
Hour 19.
Shit.
How do you guys
start wrapping it?
I was going to say, how long is your usual runtime? Like,
Fucking, it could go to
3
hours.
okay. I mean, you said probably have to do a little bit of editing down anyways, so it's gonna be probably a little shorter.
We don't edit it down.
No, it actually adds music, so
It makes it a little longer.
Okay.
Bleeps.
What do you do for the music selection?
Raphael made a music thingy.
Oh, it's the same. Like I'm saying, you don't do like random music.
James, have you never listened to our podcast?
No,
Is that what you're
I
saying?
listened to one. Well, actually, that's a lie. I listened to one episode, and it was the episode in which Jeff was talking about some horrible long distance relationship that he had with a girl. And it was a good episode. I laughed many times with the horrible this. Oh man, Jeff, you were an awkward 20-something. I can say that.
You're talking about the rape.
I don't know if I got to a rape part. I remember just the she left. I remember the part where Jeff got back together with her just to have sex with her because he was like, well, she's gonna leave eventually anyway, so I might as well break up with her then. True. I remember that part. I thought that was pretty classy and good. I remember her crying all the time, but I don't remember a rape part.
Yeah, no, because there really wasn't a rape.
Well, of course.
Well, we've established that she said she didn't care. She
was just like, have your way.
Pretty much,
she was just like, I don't care what you do.
She just did this.
Yeah, and so Jeff said, okay.
Right, and so I fucked her.
I'll flop around on top of you.
That's just my philosophy. If a girl says, I don't care what you do to me, I'm going to fuck her.
I like that philosophy.
I know!
What'd you get from Aristotle, Socrates? This is just a combination of Voltaire.
Speaking of, Matt, what's with all this Nicole on your Facebook?
Huh?
So what's with all this Nicole on your Facebook?
Let's move along.
To the next segment.
To the what are we calling it?
The love shanty.
The love shanty.
The love shanty. Okay.
It's our segment where we talk about Matt's relationships.
Okay.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah, my life. That's where it gets really awkward and I become really quiet.
Yeah.
Nothing much.
Really? Do you have any I've been thinking about compiling some high vampire fantasy art. Do you have anything I could look at?
Like Spectrum books?
Yeah. Anything maybe I could peruse?
They're not it's not vampire art. It's just
it's just gothic art in general.
No, it's not even gothic art. Some of it's sci-fi. It's a mix of sci-fi art.
So it's basically what deviant art is.
Classical
No, it's not basically what it is. It's exactly
what it is.
It's just a DeviantArt made a book.
You paid how much money?
I think they're
No, that's what you think. Tell them how much you spent.
Okay, so you spent $70 on what you can find on DeviantArt for free. Yeah. There are emo kids across this country providing that for you for free, man. Why would you? Free of charge. They just want your attention and approval.
I like the books. And I got a real job.
Well, because I guess he bought the book, so he spent $70, and you get a million pictures in those 2 volumes.
Versus, they're
like this,
but they're all professional.
They're not the shit ones that you find on DeviantArt, which are all of them.
All the pictures, a lot of them, you can actually
So
they're from movies. People get hired and they do the concept art for movies, and they'll even say where it came from and all this other shit.
Is this when do you typically bring this out? Because I don't I've always, because we play games, right? And they send you concept art books all the fucking time, and they're limited edition.
Yeah, they end up either in my trash or the closet.
Exactly. I've never found what would be a great time to just I'm gonna sit and look at some concept art. Just I want to see some rough renders.
I don't know. I just
maybe as an artist, it's more exciting.
Because even all the Assassin's Creed stuff, I got all the big volume strategy guides with the art book and everything.
Yeah. Is that just because you couldn't beat it, man? Usually, get lost.
Nah.
Those games are hard. They're confusing. Not really.
You gotta walk up to a dude and stab him.
Hey, could be confusing. Yeah. Know which dude you gotta stab.
I will say Assassin's Creed 3, it wasn't hard, it was just fucking confusing because...
I heard there was a really terrible chase sequence that
oh,
yes!
Yes, and I actually had to go online to see how somebody played it.
I was like, dude, this is the love shanty.
We went back into video games.
Matt went to the little turtle show as soon as we...
This pretty much explains my love life now. Yeah.
Stabbing people and running.
I'm
chasing,
chasing,
running, not knowing where to go, not knowing what to do. It's all metaphorical.
Not knowing which girl to stab.
With my dagger, if you know what I mean.
It's a real dagger.
Well, in some cases, probably.
So, what do you guys' like typical
Dude,
date hangout
I'm sorry. I can just
situation?
imagine Matt just fucking perched up at the mall in like a little outfit, just scoping women out with his eagle. He fucking dives on.
But when my cloak opens up, I'm butt ass naked.
Oh yeah, definitely. With your dagger out and your dagger out. Just like, it's done.
Like, is that a heartbeat? What is that?
A harpy. He's just like a skeleton with like wings. He's so skinny. He's just like, oh god. Just the narration that would go behind that superhero film.
Oh lord.
Would you pay to see like
Banker by day, molester by night.
Would you pay to see a like kick-ass style movie of like Matt trying to be a superhero getting his ass beat?
Yes.
Oh god, yeah.
I think we're gonna film that.
I would pay to see that.
We're gonna get Matt into real fights where he's his ass kicked.
Exactly.
Real bum fights.
Oh shit, that'd be funny. Yeah, they kicked his ass and kick ass. See, I did that with the title.
I did. That was nice.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So what do you guys normally do on a date, Matt? You guys go to like abandoned parks or like?
Would you do
You go into the sewers.
You guys have Murlocs?
Oh man.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I can't get the Shanti segment.
Okay, Matt. How are things going with the chick from the bar? Has anything progressed? Have you had any interactions with her? Just you and her?
Any interactions? Is that what you call
Yeah,
Matt's?
I guess.
How do you guess?
You're not
Either you
sure
did or
if
didn't.
you're talking to her, or
No, I did.
were you talking at her and
She didn't
Yeah.
respond?
she
Is that
wasn't looking at you when you were doing it? Or
They're always busy, Jeff. At the bar.
I don't think that bar's ever that busy.
No, it's not right.
What bar are we talking about?
Frisco bar.
Let's go.
I guess busy
when
on
your parents
Friday
like
Saturday
basically
night.
keep a lot or keep
Usually
open.
when I go,
Yeah.
but
Honestly, yeah.
no, like I talked to her like a little bit more, but I don't know.
Let me ask you something, James.
I just don't
If you bought a $60 video game every week, one game a week, would you fucking bankrupt yourself? With the pay that you have?
No.
No. Still don't get it. You spend $80 a week at the bar.
Who does?
Your parents.
Oh.
I'm just like, Jesus, the amount of money you spend a month on that shit, we could have better internet.
Oh yeah.
Just
I mean, me and my brother only pay $60 a month but we don't have cable. We just have internet.
You don't need cable.
I know. That's what I was like. We just download stuff, but I mean, your parents would probably want to get cable. I was gonna say we have just internet. It's only 60, and we get like 20. We're supposed to get 24 down. We only get like fucking 10 half the time. But
Yeah.
I hate AT&T. I'm gonna fucking can't wait to cancel our service.
No, you have?
No, well, I want Uverse.
Oh, it's like balls.
It was great for us up here. At our old house, I was getting 25.
Yeah, we're supposed to be getting 24, and we consistently, when I test it anywhere, get like 7 to 11, sometimes 15 if I'm like super duper lucky. What do you guys like actually have of the connection here?
Our speed?
Yeah.
I got, the other day, like, wirelessly, I got, like, 8, and then,
Pretty
like,
good.
hooked up, I got, like, 15, and then somewhere around that range.
Because I think we have like ours is around like 12 megabits. We're like in that. Like,
Yeah, and we
category.
somehow get higher.
That's
We
weird.
get higher.
I've never gotten
A
higher
lot of
than
times
that.
we get higher,
Mhm.
but I don't know. Depends on the time of the day, and
Grande stepping up their shit. Maybe I don't know.
maybe, I don't know. Fuck. They have FiOS.
Do they really?
Yeah. It's embarrassing. Not in this area, but they have it.
What?
Grande has FiOS.
That's what I don't get about this area. How do we not have fucking FiOS?
It's like
a
a
brand
really-
new area.
Well, that's like a nice area. Like,
Yeah.
It's like a high-end
I
neighborhood.
don't think there's a demand for it. All the people fucking work all day. No one's home on their computers.
These rich assholes.
I know.
Home.
You supply poor people with FiOS because they're just on the internet all the day, not like the whole time.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, really, they're home all
Yeah,
fucking
really-
day. Like
yeah, it really does make sense.
everybody, like in these houses, they all work because they're not actually wealthy. They're all like they're both working their asses off.
They're
husband and
credit
wife.
wealthy.
Yeah, they're credit wealthy, and they're working their asses off, so they're never home. So that's why people like Raphael can get FiOS in his little area because it's like a crummy area.
Well, Raphael gets also that Jesus money to get that file, so I mean, it's a
True.
little different. But
Just BS.
Yeah.
Until I need it, though.
So, how's your love life, Matt?
Not that good.
You went to Christina's?
Huh?
You went to Christina's?
Oh, yeah.
So what happened with her?
Nothing.
Jesus Christ. Alright, we're done.
Segment's very productive.
Nice, Matt.
What?
Nothing to...
Are you ever planning to date a girl?
Yeah.
I'm just serious.
Sometime.
Sometime.
When the right one comes along, I guess.
What's the right one for you, man?
Yeah,
I'm
what's the
interested
right
in
one?
this.
Let's
No, like...
You do know.
You
At some
should
levels.
know.
I mean, you.
Who else would know?
Mom,
I think that says a lot.
Mom, who's the right girl for me?
Well, young Matthew, I think.
Fart, but I almost pooped it. I'll hold it back. Who's your perfect woman?
Huh?
Who's your perfect woman? Perfect girl, I should say.
She could be listening right now.
All 20 people that listen to this.
What kind of personality do you like? What kind of body types do you like?
Like... Skinny body type?
Oh, skinny. Okay, so this is a start.
It's like healthy body.
Okay.
Laid back. Kind of like a dark sense of humor.
That definitely, not kind of, needed a definite dark sense of humor.
Sarcastic. Extremely
So,
sarcastic.
if you had a vagina and you could date yourself, would that be ideal?
Pretty
is what
much.
you're saying? Okay.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
But the face would be totally different.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, there's a little bit of vanity.
Question: if you could date yourself with a vagina, would you?
Are we talking literally look at yourself? Or
Yeah. No, I'm talking
no.
look just like you, but it has a vagina.
No.
I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool.
It'd be weird.
it would be very
It'd be very weird because it would mess with your self-identity. Or,
Like if I could
What's
just
that?
stare at the vagina,
together.
I might be okay with that.
or if we're talking in an ideal world of someone who's just like you but a girl and looks somewhat different, maybe. But I just need literal I got cloned but there's a vagina, that's messing with me. I can't do that.
Okay, let's see if this makes it easier. Clone, vagina, also penis.
How does that make it easier? I mean, maybe for Raphael, but
It makes it easier to say no.
oh, okay.
Yeah, see,
So the
Raphael
trick
would.
question, you got confused. Your gender confusion.
Because Raphael would have to have a girl with... Okay, if he cloned himself with a vagina, it would have to have a penis or else that person would not be able to play video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, because women are pea-brains, according to Raphael.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Your mom was like, yeah, a new study came out that they did, and I'm like, first of all, who's they? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
what
The
scientists.
scientists did.
The scientists came out with this study, and she's like, and they actually discovered that women are smarter than men. All women are smarter than all men. And I was like, no, it's wrong, dead wrong. She said, no, we handle emotional stuff, and I'm like, I'm not going to argue that because I don't know. I don't know the facts that these scientists came up with, but you're not smarter. Emotionally more stable? Maybe.
Sure.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
In personal experience, yeah. I was just like, whatever. When I see the data, I'll believe it.
I mean, I'm just going to say this.
When I see
Out
the
of all the
empirical
guys,
evidence, I'll believe
When
it.
we've hung out, I've never seen a guy open a door while a car was moving and try and get out of it. That's all I'm going to say, okay?
True.
So,
40 miles an hour.
I've also never, none of the, me, you, or Raphael, or Matt, none of us have shared ourselves here. So, again,
It's true. So we never share ourselves in public. We never opened doors while the car was trying.
I've never tried to...
I've never tried to grab my friend's hand
and put it on his...
put it on
penis.
another friend's penis.
Yeah.
What?
We didn't tell you about that?
No?
I think that was there.
I thought you were there. There was a time where me and Jamie were getting into an argument.
Over Star Wars.
Or Star Wars. And I remember I said I thought it was a good film series, but it was a little bit overrated. And we got into the argument, and eventually Blake was just trying to diffuse the situation by getting both of us to shut up. But she felt like he was taking my side in the issue, and that I don't really know.
And for whatever reason, that James and I should engage in coitus,
yeah.
and then possibly marry each
So
other. And
I'm
whatever.
sitting at the computer desk with my right hand on the mouse, and she grabs my wrist and starts pulling it to Blake, who's laying on the bed, and pulling it towards his penis,
Yeah.
So it gets about halfway before I realize that I stopped.
Before you realize that he wants to do this,
I want to do it, but I can't.
everybody's looking.
Yeah,
so.
so I can't do it.
So he pulls away.
Yeah, I wait until nighttime, and have sex with my girlfriend right next to my friend.
You know what, dude? You were fast asleep, so don't even.
It couldn't have been that loud. Then it had to have been a pretty uneventful.
As two very large mice. As quiet as two large mice.
Jeff, what's the closest you've had sex to another person that wasn't involved?
You had a fucking 5-way or 4-way, whatever it was.
I'm saying like not even like a group thing, but like you've had sex with one person and there was another person just like nearby.
Okay, so I was in Fort Lauderdale, and I was fucking this girl on a bed, and in the next bed over, this other girl was laying there watching us.
Okay.
And I was also fucking this girl while two gay dudes were fucking on the floor.
Why the gay? I don't understand the gay dudes get into this. Like that seems.
They were sleeping on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Like we were all hanging out.
Like gay dudes should.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Know your place, people.
So yeah, they were on the floor and they were just sleeping and stuff. And then we were fucking, and then we were done. And right as we were finishing and we were laying down to actually like go to sleep and stuff, we hear them. Nice. Yeah, so I had to. She made me.
You had to beat one out too.
No, she made me look to confirm what it was.
She was like, "Look at him! Look at him!"
Fucking wanking your dick.
She was.
Look at him, Jeff.
She was like, "Why?" Is she like, "Confirm, confirm."
Just like I confirm.
Oh God, my blast is going off! Ah, shoot to kill. Spraying all the gay dudes. They're like, ah, eating it all up. Oh my God.
If you had Google Glasses, you could have like a little trophy come up.
Yeah, you unlock an achievement for blowing the lip all over two gay dudes on the ground.
Oh dude. My God, that would be the greatest thing.
I literally just
had like Google Glasses.
Shit, you call that game Heavy Rain?
You just had like achievements, like while you're going through life, like achievements.
That's why I was like, I just realized that too. Like, that like there's gonna be a point where life gets that meta that they can put like achievements on like real things you do.
Yeah.
Your first credit card like purchase.
Blow a little over two gay dudes, and it's called Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
The day you get your driver's license.
It's called 2 for 1.
What? 2 for 1?
Blown on 2 loads.
Yeah. Shit,
the first time you walk in on your parents having sex.
I've never done that, thank God. Like,
well, then you're not going to platinum your life.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I have to ask you something.
Huh?
Where's your? Does your mom bank at where I work?
We just opened with Chase, so if you work at then no, probably not. Wait, you work at Chase?
Okay, why are you saying where I work?
I used to earlier. Okay, just beat that all out. Just beat that all out.
No, man.
Because the lady came in with like your exact last name.
Yeah.
And it kind
of a little bit shorter than me, brown hair, like.
Dude's like looks just like me, a little shorter.
No, but my mom's shorter than me, like has brunette, brown hair. That's probably my mom. She like recently we like switched from the bank we were at, like Texans, to Chase, so it'd be easier.
He doesn't work for Chase.
Okay, then if it was next, then no.
Okay.
Wait, see, but someone came with the last name Croan.
Yeah.
I've literally never met someone I wasn't related to.
Yeah.
With the last name Croan.
I know.
I've never met anyone with the last name Rudy, which is weird.
That's a little bit more common.
That's a common name. I've never met
people come into the bank, they're like, oh, you have two first names.
Look, and you, sir, are no longer being
I'm
helped.
like, sir, go fuck yourself.
You, sir, have to find another teller.
I'm just like, yeah.
Sure, you have to find another
off.
bank, because I'm going to fucking kick you out.
Yeah. I'm draining your account right now. Into my pocket.
In my pocket? I'm spending it all on pocket.
If I could spend $20,000 on Pocky, I would. In a heartbeat.
Okay, when you buy Pocky, is it always like you eat half of it, then get like, oh, this is too much, and then like you don't want to eat the rest of it?
No, I ate the whole thing, and then I go, where's more? What, Nicole text you?
No.
He's just talking about Pocky. Just the Pocky's getting.
Dude, how do people not like Pocky? I don't understand.
I don't really
like chocolate on a stick.
I don't like the chocolate ones that much. I like the strawberry ones.
Dude, you're weird. I don't know why you like strawberry. Like, when you ordered that strawberry milkshake that one time at Chick-fil-A,
I like strawberry.
I felt like we were on a date. Like, it was so weird.
We were. I mean, that's why I ordered. I got 2 straws. You just didn't notice. I mean,
like just hitting at you.
That's what the mall's for, right? The food court. Yeah.
Dating and proposing, apparently. That one dude proposed.
For some reason, like I was like,
dude,
please tell me you proposed.
Oh my god! If you propose at a food court, you are a fucking loser.
If you propose at a food court and she says yes, you found yourself a good woman, or you're both rednecks.
Yeah. So either way, you found yourself a good woman.
But she said no.
Oh.
Yeah. She said no way. She goes, stand up. We're in a food court.
Did she say stand up? We're in a food court.
Mm-hmm.
Were you like right next to them? You could hear them like.
No, this didn't happen at Stonebriar here.
Oh,
This is
okay.
just on like YouTube.
Oh, okay.
She's
I
like,
thought you meant you were just like eating Chick-fil-A one day and you saw some dude like
no, if I saw that, I'd fucking bust out laughing in his face, pointing at both.
like slap him short like
Yeah, you fucking redneck.
Fucking idiot, man.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you know what? At least take it Olive Garden.
yeah, get her some
Or you know what?
fagioli
If you're a poor person and you can't afford to like do a big extravagant thingy or whatever, or like
just
just
like
like
your own
extravagant
small thing, like
do it at home in private.
or do like something
Yeah.
sentimental like
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
wake
like,
her up at the side of the bed and go, hey, wake up, marry me. That's what Jeff did.
Yeah, I would. I
No.
wanted her in a confused state of mind. I didn't want her to actually have time to think about
wanted
it.
to ambush her like
She was like, whatever, yes,
right.
just let me go to bed. You're like, alright.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's how you did that. Really, like honestly, like how'd you do it?
That's not. We were laying in bed and.
We're just laying there, yeah.
No, like she still had the comb in her hair.
Yeah.
And then he threw a ring at her face.
And
You
said,
just-
wipe it off.
Then you just toss it on in between her breasts, where you bleed a load all over. You just toss the ring on her chest. And you just
Like stuck there.
yeah, just stuck.
Or
it.
did you just get like
She looked and she goes, "What the fuck is this?" And you go, "Marry me." Is that what you said? Is that how you said it?
Yeah, pretty much.
You went marriage? Question mark.
Did you put marriage check yes or no and then give her
Yeah, I
like
gave her a little card that
Yeah.
said,
So
"Will you
now-
marry me?" Yes,
no,
no,
maybe.
He wrote on the back of a condom box.
So not only did your wife get a ring, but she also got a pearl necklace as
Yes,
well.
she did. I'm classy guy.
Oh, it's a big pearl necklace, but it went around her hair and everything.
It was like those like what aloha or low lead. What's that?
What?
Lay. That's what I was trying to think of.
Lay.
Lay.
Well, she got
Yeah,
laid.
she did get
She
laid.
did lay.
I think it was like a durka, like one of those things. Is that what's it called? A burqa?
Covered everything but her eyes.
Yeah. It come together.
Everything with her eyes and her ankles.
And for some reason, your semen was black that night.
Well, not just that night.
Right, you can take capsules.
Yeah.
Like you know those things that you drop in the back of the toilet bowl on the upper decker. You can pop one of those into your mouth. And you got blue cum. It's like amazing.
What they got the little black seeds on like bagels. I think what they
Poppy
call
seeds?
them.
Poppy seeds?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You just ate a lot of those.
Ants? Fried ants, man?
Just ate a lot of poppy seeds. They just burn black. Oh, that would probably hurt too. All those little poppy seeds coming peel.
I don't think that they just pop out like as poppy seeds like you did.
No, they do. They don't digest.
Really?
Yeah, they don't break down in your stomach.
Then you probably shit them out. Then you don't pee them out.
No, you piss them out.
Because after you had so many poppy seeds, your anus just shuts down. It shuts down.
He said, "Hey, no more. We're done. Close for business."
It's kind of like when you get raped. The whole system just shuts down, James. You
Okay.
can't get
It's
pregnant.
not legitimate.
Yeah.
It's not legitimate.
It ain't legitimate eating poppy seeds. That was illegitimate.
This is like, whoa, barricade this off. It goes like Titanic mode. It just shuts that portion off, but then,
Yeah, it's like
the rest of the body is
Super
flooded with poppy seeds till it reaches the brain, and then Pop goes to weasel.
Speaking of movies, I did rewatch The Raid recently. You've seen it, right?
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Such a good movie.
Are they making a sequel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking excited for that shit.
Oh, oh man, it was funny because my grandma was
What
saying,
time do you need to be home?
Oh, I don't have anything. He has some.
Yeah. I think it had something to do with. You said you wanted to leave at 6.
No, I don't really care.
Fine.
It doesn't matter to me.
What time is it?
5:22.
Yeah, we should probably wrap up here.
Basically, just keep talking.
What were you saying? Then?
"Oh, I was gonna say, so my parents came by. Actually, the whole family came to visit us in Austin, and they kind of surprised me. Like apparently, my mom told me that they were coming, but they showed up basically 30 minutes, or like she called me 30 minutes before they showed up. They ended up showing up 15 minutes. Like they made great time apparently. So they all show up, and I was watching The Raid with my friend, and it was just like on. So
Right.
like
You guys both high as hell.
yeah, sure, yeah. And so I ran to the door to go like answer the door, and I didn't pause the movie or anything. And so all my family comes in, and my dad started watching it, my brother started watching it. So I didn't pause it, but my grandmother is there, and I was like, I didn't realize like how fucking bloody and like just ridiculous this movie is fully until I have my like dear old grandmother just like sitting there like
Fucking finger
Wait till she
yourself.
comes
Yeah.
over when you're watching a Serbian film.
I'm actually gonna mail it to her and get her comments on it.
Yeah. Grandma, watch Safe Haven. It's a great movie. You fucking burned the Serbian film on it.
I feel like The Ring is based on Serbian films. Like somebody just put a Serbian film like in Blockbuster, popped it in.
Oh, that's kind of
life.
depressing to think that you can't do that anymore.
I know.
Just like bomb people's like movie rentals because there are no movie rental places anymore.
Yeah.
Or VHS players.
Well, I mean, you could also write onto a DVD.
Yeah, but like, how are you gonna like print the cover on there?
Get a light scribe disc or a light scribe. I guess it wouldn't look the same.
Yeah.
Some of those old widescreen
Dude.
movies would.
People are stupid, though.
Yeah, people are
Yeah,
stupid.
they are.
Most of
Yeah.
them don't know what the actual disc looks
The actual
like.
cover.
Yeah.
You could just put the fucking name of the movie.
That's
and
what I was
shit
like,
some
like
of
that.
them do.
widescreen
Some of them
were just
do.
like-
Yeah,
Some of the movies are just like that.
Just-
They just
yeah.
have.
really. So
Like Borat was like it was a joke
Yeah.
version of that, but yeah, it just had like Borat like written on it. It says like CDR or whatever, but then it's like a fake brand name and shit.
Yeah, we actually
They
have to
don't have
come back
licensing.
like at Hollywood Video and be like, "They got a fake disc." I'm like, "No, it's not fake. That's like the way they made it."
Sir, it's not fake, I promise you. And he watches it and he's like, no, that was a Serbian film, man.
That's what it is already.
He's like, it was a good movie, but it just wasn't.
It's one of my favorites. I didn't mind actually watching it, but
I like when we had pirates.
That movie was so stupid.
yeah.
The porn. Just in case people didn't know.
Yeah,
It was
for
so
all the-
funny, like when people rented it because it was always on like the bottom of their movie stack.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, "Oh, like how's your day going?" Like just scan the movies. I get to that one, I'd be like, I would smile a little bit, but
Oh, Matt, you just like creeped out. It's like creepy.
Like,
Because at first I was just
hey, you're gonna
Matt,
eat
yeah,
it
you should do that too. It's like,
yeah.
you.
tongue out there. How you like that?
When you saw Pirates, you're just like, hey, you want to invite me in? We can check this out together.
Like, remember when we had to do like role playing like before we opened, like when we had our meetings and shit.
Oh yeah.
We had to like role play and like Andrew was like standing at the register and like I picked out Pirates as like one of my movies because I was acting like the customer.
Mm-hmm.
So I walk up and Andrew's like, "So do you want?"
Matt Andrews like, you can get that on Amazon for $15.
He's like, "So do you want any like snacks or anything with this?" I'm like, "Actually, yes. I think I'll take some Skittles." Because remember, like Gene had like that whole Skittles joke with his wife, like sucking his dick and the Skittles in it.
I don't remember, Matt. Like, this is some like I feel like I keep like obscure game crazy knowledge in the back of my head, but like even I don't actually remember anything you're talking about because the closing. I was never there before you guys opened, Matt. I don't remember the like
No,
role
but I
playing.
thought you would have like known like Gene's little.
I probably
I don't
like
think you're old enough. I don't think
Maybe
Jimmy felt
not,
like
right.
it was appropriate to tell him.
Maybe.
Gene was always the
We
more
just like skipped
I'm not gonna,
over
like,
his
I don't know.
childlike mind at the time. He's
Maybe.
probably just like, "Oh, like he likes Skittles."
You didn't know what sucking D was until you had to do it yourself.
Yeah. I mean, that's something you have to learn.
Right? When you're thrown into the field.
Yeah. Just throwing balls deep into the field.
man.
Yeah.
I love that job. I love Game Crazy.
So sad that they closed down.
I know. I really am. Best game service ever.
I don't know about that.
It's still my favorite game shop to go to. Like,
Yeah.
period.
Well, yeah, but I mean, fucking, what is your other choice? GameStop?
Yeah.
Microplay? Funkoland? EB Games? Fuck.
When did EB Games get bought out by GameStop?
A couple years ago.
Was it only a couple years ago?
2000.
No, it was like-
6 or 7. I think.
Yeah, it was like a while. It was not a
It was a
good.
while.
Because I was at.
It was
EB
before
Games.
Game Crazy closed.
I was there
Yeah.
in 2004, 2005.
But they
It
still
was
had like
after that.
most of the stores still had like the EB Games like
Yeah.
sign, and then they took
Then they were
those
just
down.
like, fuck this. Like,
Yeah, and then they took it down because like people were just getting fucking confused.
He's like, wow, your guys' stickers and stuff look the same as GameStop. Well, we are GameStop. We just have a different name for the same company. And people are like, I'm sorry, what? Like,
Yeah, people don't like that shit.
yeah.
well, that's,
They really
yeah,
don't.
people just don't realize that's how like every American company is.
Yeah. Yeah, we're actually like a conglomerate of like this other bigger company.
People especially don't like it when you have the same name but you're separate companies.
Mm-hmm.
That confuses them more.
Especially when you're like where I worked, like Delaware, like they have like the same name, but they're like a totally different company, but it's the exact same name. It's just in Delaware.
That's weird.
It's weird.
Where,
And,
I,
like
where I work, the
they're
online
like-
it's
like
not the same
checks.
company as the actual store.
Like checks from Delaware, we actually have to call them in and like
Oh, yeah.
verify them.
My bad. You believe that
So
or not.
weird.
The online's not the same as... Because isn't part of it GameStop related somehow? Like...
They
I remember that, like, but it was for a while, right? Like, because I remember the GameStop...
They bought GameStop and then...
Sold it?
They sold it.
Oh, okay.
Or they just...
I remember the weird crossover of the gift cards for, like...
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, did they just, like, I don't know, they just, like, let them go?
Just, like, go out, they let them go, like, Butterfree? They're just...
Yeah. Yeah, but the online's not the same. So people come in, they're like, well, online it's like this much. And they're like, yeah, but that's the online price. Well, why can't you honor that here? It's the same thing. And they're like, well, no, we're not the same. Like, our digital department, like, that whole thing is different. It's a separate, like...
Yeah.
It's like a company that has, like, one parent company, but it's broken off into two things.
And see, like, Best Buy used to do that, but they still use the price match their own .com site.
Yeah.
Which I think you should. Like, it doesn't make any...
I'm like,
only
way it makes sense is because of the shipping. That's the only reason.
Yeah, but the shipping's only like $5. Like, how's
that's true.
max?
Like, if you're like $100 off this product and you have to pay for $5 shipping, like you should at least give me like $90 off at the store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, should probably wrap up. What time is it?
50.
Yeah. All right. I hate going through all this.
Do you guys have a long in-show wrap-up? You guys don't have Twitter or anything, so what do you do for
We do have Twitter. We have Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff, just no one goes to it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so twitter.com/3stuffguys, facebook.com/3stuffguys.
Oh, you guys don't have
YouTube.
Twitter, so you guys just have like the
I have
the corporate,
I have
company or whatever.
I have a Twitter, but
Do you guys plug in every episode like most podcasts? Yeah.
No, I don't plug in. What the hell, you know? Mine's never used.
I don't want people listening to this.
What are you putting on Twitter? It's so important.
I don't put anything. I just follow other people.
Oh, that's why I use Twitter for too.
Yeah. All like celebrities and like fucking fake accounts and shit.
Like the Iron Sheik?
Yeah. YouTube.com/3stuffguys. Which ones I not do yet?
Libsyn.
3stuffguys.libsyn.com. Libsyn. And then 3stuffguys@gmail.com is our email. Email us, blah blah blah, all that shit. That's it.
That was an exciting wrap up.
It's very exciting. That's why Matt always checks out and fucking goes on his phone.
Yeah. What everyone
he's
does.
never ready never ready to end the fucking show. Jeff?
What?
Do your sign out.
Are we gonna do it together?
Are we all three gonna do it?
We can.
I don't know what it is.
All four of us do it at the same time. James, just make something up.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Okay.
say something.
You say something completely random. It's four just random things.
Okay.
Wait, we all
I feel like you guys are
random
going to say the
things,
same
or is
thing.
he
but I'm
only
gonna say
saying the
something
random
different.
thing?
That happens, James. It's just a weird coincidence.
Just go with it.
It's always a weird coincidence. I'm going to say something really dumb. You guys are saying three the same things. Okay, fine.
Okay, just go with it.
Alright.
1, 2, 3.
Bye.